something there, ref. That's he got the ball.
Yes, all of you lovely Spurs fans, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur, and we are going to be bringing you the watch along today for the North London Derby. Huge match, huge match. So much to be gained here. Also, potential to see some Arsenal misery because right now they are tearing each other apart over their manager and over their prospects this season. Could we put a little nail in the coffin? Could we kick maybe the boulder off of the cliff and start to descend them into chaos and also maybe kickstart a little second burst into our season here? We're starting to get some players back. We have Richarlison back. We have Ben Davies returning, hopefully Van de Ven, Romero as well. And we could start to look like a real outfit and push on this season. And then if we were to pick up a big win here or even a good result of some kind, a good performance, really stick it to them here, get some revenge. You never know, it could really be the catalyst for a second push like I was alluding to earlier this season. But Dave, good to have you with me for another roller coaster ride, and it's always the classic, the North London Derby, and we're kind of due some revenge to this Arsenal. So I really want to grab some today. Hopefully, we can leave here with something.
Look, first of all, come on, you Spurs. Let's bloody have it. This is the biggest game of the season. The North London Derby. The two fixtures everyone looks for when the schedule comes out. When we playing them at home and when we head into the toilet bowl to take a big dump on it. Hopefully that's today. I'm absolutely pumped for this game. Look, Arsenal come into this off the back of two of defeats. They're not firing on all cylinders. You got Saka out, who's been a thorn in Tottenham's side ever since he started coming into these North London derbies. Huge opportunity here for Tottenham Hotspur today, Jack, to turn them over. It's not beyond the realm of impossibility for us to be able to do that. Of course, you're going to have a lot go your way. You're going to have Kinski, being commanding from set pieces or trying to help alleviate the pressure from set pieces. Pedro Porro has to have a huge game. Arsenal's midfield is dogged. It's wily in there. Can we be up for the fight? If you can, it gives us a good chance. And I'm looking at someone like Kulu today up against young Skelly at fullback. Is that an avenue for us to be able to get at them? Is that maybe a weakness that we can continue to chip away at? But make no mistake about it, they've got a good bench available to them. We don't. So we have to win it with what's more or less out there tonight. Look to get in a commanding position before we make substitutions and just make the substitutions to maintain it. If we're looking to make substitutions to go and win the game, forget about it. I don't think we've got the bench. We've got a very young bench out there today. Players, and then some of the other players on the bench, they haven't been reliable this season. And then Richarlison, only back from injury. No one really knows what to expect from him today. But Jack, there's an opportunity for us here today. Like you said, revenge. We lost 1-0 at home. Arguably, we were the much better team in that fixture. Played all the football, but we couldn't break them down. It seems to be a tale of Tottenham's problems this season. That was, against teams that do sit in, we struggled to break them down. But I would hope with Kinski, and it's alleviated, that set piece problem, and that's why we end up losing the last North London derby. So there's every chance we can go and win this today. And if we get a player like Son, who is ultimately the best player on the football pitch, if he turns up today, why can't we put 3 points on the board, Jack?
100%. And it'd be nice to get a Sunny Screamer, and then we could be leaving this watch along with no voices left because we know a Sunny Screamer is just that extra bit of spectacular. But I think you're so right. And this is a huge, huge game for us today. Huge opportunity for Ange. I was saying to Dave before, we got started, a huge opportunity for him to get some momentum for himself, get some confidence in himself, and also maybe a bit of the fan base to start to believe in him again, because we, of course, are still quite split over, maybe his capacity. And if he picks up, what has been a long, long time, it's been so long since we picked up anything of any kind, at the Emirates. He did so in his first season. He was able to get something out of it. Can he do it again? And that would be a huge triumph for us. And I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to descending into this chaos, this roller coaster with you guys. Thank you guys for picking us as your destination for it. Sorry, Dave.
No, we were in good form, though. I think we played them in the first 10 games of the season, didn't we, at their place? And we were in good form the first 10 games of last season. We got battered at home then in reverse leg later on in the season. But look, Jack, it's all about revenge today. At the end of the day, Arsenal have had the upper hand. I think they've won 6 of the last 8. So they've had the upper hand in the North London derby. And, they're up there fighting for the league and that. And, today would be a good omen to start trying to turn that trend in the North London derby. And if you can do that, then you can do it against anybody. So, and I think today could be a turning point in Tottenham's season. If we can walk out here with 3 points today, all of a sudden we've got momentum on our side. We go into the rest of these cup games, the rest of the Europa League games, with confidence in our side. You've got 2 relegation teams coming up after this. You beat them, you climb further up the league, you close the gap on the teams above you. So this can serve as a massive turning point for Tottenham's season. So, and we've still got a lot to play for. for the second half of the season. So a win today would provide the confidence boost that we need. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter where you go across Europe, where you go across England, you've been to the most hostile atmosphere you can possibly be to, where everybody absolutely hates you. So then you have no excuse not to go anywhere
Yeah.
after that. And I think, with our away form being poor on the Postecoglou, with the mentality being poor, I worry a little bit about the start of today's game. I think, when you look at a lot of the ties on the Mikel Arteta since Postecoglou's come in at us, they come at us early and they've got the reward and almost killed the game before it's even got going. Today, we have to survive that first 20 minutes. We do that, we can turn these over today.
100%. And let's see who will be the stars, who will be our heroes if we can triumph and we can get a big win today. Who can be the heroes for this mighty Tottenham Hotspur? I guess we'll find out very shortly. But good to see all of you. If you couldn't tell by the lineups, we have Kinski in goals, Pedro Porro at right back, Dragashin Gray at center back, Spence will be playing left back today, Sar and Basuma in the pivot. Bergvall has joined the midfield. That was the big decider, right? Was between Madison or Bergvall. Really, that was my decision when it came to this game. Dave went for Bergvall. He got the predicted lineup right, and I think he also wanted this midfield more or less as well. And Ange Postecoglou has answered Dave's call, and he's gone for Kulusevski on the right wing with Solanke and Sonny there. And then on the bench, by the way, Dave, like we have new inclusions of Richarlison. We also have Johnson as a super sub to bring on, in late in the game, which could be nice. And we have Madison, as an opportunity to be a super sub as well in this game. But Dark Sun G was, kind of disagreeing with you quickly, saying, Dave, you think they have a better bench than us? I don't think so.
I think what I mean is, if you look at their substitutions that they can make to ours, I think you would look and think they've probably got a bit more impact off the bench than what we do. The reality is, how sharp is Richarlison? We don't know. It's his first game back in months. Don't get me wrong. I think to a degree, being a sub might actually suit Madison and Johnson today. When they come on, you would like to think the game would be a bit more stretched. It would be a bit more helter-skelter. There'd be a lot more space, which, once if they can come in and operate in that, they can impact the game to that certain degree. But apart from that, what else do we really have to come in and really impact this game? And with Johnson and Madison, it's an if. Ideally, it should suit them later on in the game because it's more space and players are a lot more tired. They have more space to operate in. But it is a huge if. And are we still in the game up to that point? Do we have something to hold on to up to that point? But look, let's wait and see. In terms of the particular lineup, though, just quickly, Jack. My reasoning behind the lineup I went with, and I think, and I always try and predict what Postecoglou is going to do, is my thinking is he well knows that when you're going away from home, you need players that are willing to fight. And when you look at that lineup, bar maybe Son in recent weeks, every player has shown that fight in amongst the adversity. And that's why they're starting tonight. Some will always start because he always has that bit of magic, in him, even though there's been a lot of conversations around him this year. He always has that bit of magic in him. But every single one of them players, Bergvall showed the fight in recent weeks. Sarah's shown it all season. Basuma stepped up in big games this season to show it. Archie Gray's been superb. Spencer's shown it. Look at the impact he's had. Solanke's always shown it. Kulu has always shown it. So for me, he's gone for players that he knows he can trust. That even if things aren't going well in possession, they will work their nuts off for the team.
100%. Let's get to maybe some of the people in the house. We have Druzilla in here, Chris Antonio, the Big Cat. Good to see you guys. Darv Hotspur, really appreciate you all. Looper Cal, Darius is in here as well. Good to see you, Darius. Hopefully everything's all right with you, my friend. Kois, Rain Man, let's go. Big up, Dave and Jack. Good to see you, Rain Man. Keith Dennis, love the name as well. George Kadaris. In a coma, good to see you in a coma. Daniel Larson saying nerves are kicking in now. Come on, you effing Spurs. Celery Agent, good to see you, Celery Agent. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. Thank you, Celery Agent, for joining us. Hopefully you're doing okay. Rob Ragnarsson is in the house as well. And Alev, Brecon, good to see you, Brecon. I have a great feeling that we're in for a win today. Come on, you Spurs. And we also have Mark P in the house. Good to see you, Mark P. Dark Sun G saying, hope Spence keeps Sterling quiet and we win 2-0 or 3-0. Dave, you brought this up, that Sterling, he's a killer against us. Here's another Spence for Jedley King.
Do you know, it's just against when he was with Liverpool, when he was with City, to a degree with Chelsea, he stepped up. I don't know, I just feel like he always has a decent game against Tottenham. Yeah, he's just an annoying little fly. Jed Spence is the fly swatter, Jack. So, look, if there's anyone that I think can contain him, I think, Jed Spence is your man. People are calling him Jedley King. I call him Jedi Spence-tacular. Someone putting a great one underneath the predicted lineup. Red Jed Redemption. It's absolutely brilliant. And look, Jack, it's not only the defensive side of the game that we've been impressed with. it's also how well he contributes going forward. You know, you look at Tamworth the other day, from back to front, ended up scoring a goal off it. He's been like that all season long. And one thing that doesn't get spoken about enough is the partnership that him and Archie Gray are developing. They don't boot that ball long. They refuse to boot it long. They're well more than capable to be able to play little intricate passes out from the corner flag and work it out of there. They've been absolutely brilliant. And we need another massive game off them today, because I do. But for me, I'm not really worried about Arsenal's wide players to a certain degree. It's more their midfield, the likes of Odegaard, Party, Rice. Their midfield is overran ours in years gone by. And they are, I'll give it to them. They're dogged, they're wily, and they're technically all good as well. And they possess the ability to be able to score outside the box. So for me, it's more so the midfield battle I'm focusing on today. I think, Jed Spence, I don't even think it's a battle today, to be quite frank.
No, I mean, he's got the pace on Sterling, Dark Sun G. He's got the strength as well. He just has, kind of that bit of intricate type of dribbling, Sterling, that can
Mm,
be quite tricky. And he's a little bit like Havertz. He likes to dive, he likes a little dive in him. So he's got to be careful, Jed, once he gets close to the penalty area. But I do back him to be able to lock him up and keep him in his pocket. And maybe he'll be ending up, having to be returned by Jed Spence, after the game, just like with Mo Salah. And then we also have Dell Support. Good to see you, Dell Support. Saying we are getting shafted, lads. I hope not, Dell Support. I really hope not. We got
yeah,
Simon Hooper as the referee. He'll be an extra help for us.
he's a
But
Spurs fan.
yeah, he's been very kind to us. Hopefully, we get some good decisions. But good to see you, Dell Support. Hopefully, everything's all right with you. We have one of the other good, strong marks of the Mark community, Dave, saying big up, Dave and Jack. Spurs forever. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Mark. Hopefully, everything's all right with you, sir. Georgie Hill is in here saying the missus is more clinical at figuring out what she wants to eat. For dinner than Havertz is in front of goal. 4-1 Spurs incoming. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Come on, you Flag Up Army. George is feeling strong, Dave, and it's good to hear from Georgie Hill. Hopefully everything's all right with you. Hopefully you're having a good new year, had a good holidays. And I mean, the missus, I bet she knows exactly what she needs. She's been around you, George. You guys are comfortable with each other. You're probably, banging in, the dinners, night after night, no problems asked.
Nah, look, big up, George, my man. Hopefully life's treating you well over there in America and you're safe and all that good stuff, my man. Look, it's good that your missus is, good at clinical at picking with dinners. I drive my missus mad with how, I have to go through the whole menu, the options, what my taste buds are feeling like, all that sort of jazz. Honestly, dinner time is huge for me. It's probably way bigger than what it ever needs to be. But look, I'm hesitant to go after Havertz because although he does miss a lot of chances, there's something to be said that he's always getting a lot of chances. The movement is very good. And eventually, you keep doing that, it's going to click. It will click. And for me, I'm hesitant to go after the opposing team's attackers ahead of the game because usually it comes back and bites me in the ass. So, heading into this game, I've actually tried to keep it very, very quiet. Usually, I'm a lot more blasé, but I'm trying a different tactical approach this week to try and get the 3 points. I told you guys, I'm superstitious.
Love that. Good to see Captain Pants as well. Thank you, Georgie Hill. And like I said, Happy New Year to you. And hopefully even the misses are enjoying it. And they're enjoying whatever, sort of evenings you have in front of you. Maybe you're both watching the North London Derby together. Ian Ferguson, good to see you. Saying it's a Derby day. Big up to you, Ian. We have as well V-Scard saying, V-Scard is in here. I can't watch, but I'm listening, lads. Just scream when we score, and I'll be cheering along.
You'll hear that, don't worry.
If you're, got probably stuck up with work or something like that, V-Scard. So we'll try our best to be very clear when it's a goal and when it's very clear when maybe we've missed the chance, I guess. Steve Pryor, good to see you, Stevie. We have Shemtan in here. Hey, Dave and Jack. Anxious, but can't wait to see if Ange can do something he's never done. Win at the Emirates. Come on, you Spurs. I mean, so few managers have, though. So few managers have in my time as a Spurs fan. It doesn't happen very often. He got close, in his first time, his first go. When Dave was saying, that we were in that good bit of form in the first 10 games. It's just, we'll see if he can pull off a real triumph here, a real miracle. It'd be lovely.
Look, it's always been a notoriously difficult place for us to go. I've always dreaded going to the Emirates, but I do think, the older I get, I do think it is leveling out a bit more. Like when I was growing up, Arsenal were streets ahead of Tottenham. I used to hate going there. I used to think, damage limitation to a large degree. But now I do think the playing field is evening out a little bit. But we just need to get that victory and get that sort of hoodoo off our back. Because once you do, you think we'll be scared going there next season? Of course not. I just think it's about getting that victory over them at their place.
100%. Alan Leslie, good to see you. Saying bums are twitching like a rabbit's nose. Come on,
that's quality. Good saying, lad. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Good to see Neville in the house.
Big up,
Random
Neville.
YouTube commenter. Shikari Shock is in here. Good to see you, Shikari. Artist T, how are we, Artist T? Had a big smile when I saw Brennan Johnson on the bench. The epitome of mediocrity. Well, Artist T, sounds like you're more confident about this lineup than maybe others are. You know, the Brennan Johnson fans. We'll see if he could be the super sub today. But yeah, this was kind of the big dilemma that I had was, I was probably going to leave Johnson on the bench, but my big decision was between kind of Bergvall or Madison, really. I probably was going to throw Kulu out on the wing. It's just whether we go with Bergvall or Madison as kind of the playmaker in this team. I think Saar was always going to be in there, and I think Basuma was always going to be in there. But yeah, we'll see how this lineup pays off for Postacoglu. It's the one I think Dave pretty much went for. It's one that a few people went for. So hopefully it pays off for us tonight. Artist T. Good to see Paolo Maratti. Big up everyone. I think
Big up,
starting
Paolo.
Bergvall is brave, and he'll realize the faith Ange has in him to start him in a North London
Yeah.
derby. Also surprised, though, not to see Yang in the squad. I think a lot of people want to see Yang. It's just difficult, with maybe the winger options being Johnson. I think he also has Madison off the bench. He's got Richarlison back. He's also keeping his faith in Lancashire by leaving him on. There's a bit of competition now, I guess, for some spots on the bench for those younger players. So we'll see how long it takes for Yang to adjust. He's also just only come back from basically a season, right? Where
Isn't he only 17 as well?
he's very, very young. He's younger
Yeah.
than Bergvall, I think, or something like that, 17, 18, 19, something like that. I think he only just finished his season. It's hard to imagine him, just automatically just being on
Yeah.
the bench playing games again. He did make the bench that one time, but it is a surprise he hasn't made it since then. That is a little bit confusing, I guess, but good to see
Look,
you, man.
sometimes the quality's there, Jack, and I don't think anyone's doubting the quality. I think people are very surprised with what they're seeing against him when he played against Tottenham in the preseason friendly. But the physicality and the speed of the game is a complete different animal. And I think, sometimes people don't negate that. And sometimes that's what delays you getting into the team and getting your starts and all. Because sometimes you have to physically build yourself up to be able to handle that. If we put him out there and he can't handle that, we're crucifying him. We're killing his career before it's even got going. So I do think that maybe has to be factored in. That it doesn't necessarily reflect the quality of the guy. It just could be. And I look at him. He's very small. He's very timid. He's only 17 years of age. And I do think, he sort of needs to build himself up a little. But, just be patient. Be patient. It'll
Yeah.
come.
I mean, like you say there, right? When it comes to Yang, he's young. He's not necessarily physically, super built. So it's kind of like a Mikey Moore to a degree, right? You got to really pick and choose, your moments. And Mikey Moore has also been around, the club a bit longer than Yang. He's only just moved to the country. He's only just getting adjusted to the club. It does feel like a big ask for him to
Mm,
all of a sudden, be embedded into the first team or anything like that. But I would like to see him at some point in the near future. He
mm.
does look to be a real talent. Um, Good to see so many people in here. Just trying to catch up with you guys. Really appreciate all the support that's coming in. Thank you guys. Good to see HRS play. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you so much. Kula Sexy Football's in here. K32 as well. ENS, True Pac. Good to see you as well. Berbatov's Halftime Smoke. Dan is in here. I saw Shawnee
Hey,
Maddox earlier. Good to see you, Shawnee. The Alaskan Hotspur as well. Pick up to the Alaskan Hotspur. And think I'm not so many important people, but I'm sorry I'm going to offend so many people, so I do apologize. Dark Sun G, though, here Dave saying Neto, Tierney, Zinchenko, Kivior, Jorginho, Marino, Butler, and Kabia, Martinelli. This is the Gooners bench today. Not to say not that scary for once. Come on, you Spurs. Well, he seems to think that maybe they don't have that many options off the bench. The one that I'd probably be kind of tad bit worried about is Martinelli is kind of a super
Mm,
sub, off the bench. But to a degree, he is right. Like, no one really rates Zinchenko that highly. Jorginho, is kind of a bit past it. Marino just got a real fucking, like absolute pasting by a
mm.
lot of the Arsenal fans, in recent games. So to a degree, he is right there, Dave. There are not too many options for them off the bench. They have some youngsters as well.
No, they do have a couple of youngsters off the bench, but you look at Jorginho, how fast and how experienced is he? Even Tierney, he's experienced. Sinchenko, experienced. Martinelli, he's experienced now at this level to a certain degree, so they do have a bit more experience coming off. And I think, if they were in the league, they were in a better position to be able to maintain and affect it with the changes than what we are off our bench. So for me, I still maintain that. Look, Dark Sun G to a degree is probably more correct than me. I think you're leaning more with Dark Sun G. But for me, I just think when I look at our bench, Is there any real game that you can say he's going to change the game? Whereas I think Arsenal fans will look at Martinelli and say, no brainer, got to get him on. He's going to change the game. But
Mhm.
when you look at Johnson, you go, I'd rather take the risk with Kulu and Son and play them for the 90 minutes than bring Johnson on to change the game to a certain degree and stuff like that. So that's where I'm coming from. I just think for me we've got to be in the ascendancy when we're making substitutions.
Totally get you. Totally get you. I think they have probably, like Dave is saying, a bit more experience, Dark Sun G, but I kind of do see your point that when it comes to like attacking options, they don't have too many to pick from, really, apart from youngsters and I guess Martinelli. With midfield, maybe they do have some good ones there with Marino and Jorginho and whatnot, but I do kind of see your point, man. I do kind of see your point. We have Slow Jamrod in here. Good to see you, Slow Jamrod. Mick Hermelock. Terry Plow saying, "This is my cup final. I'm crapping myself. I think I've brought down my farmer Giles again. Come on, you Spurs, leave you out till the club is sold." J Mac, good to see you, J Mac. Gonna mute the TV when that stupid song comes on. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean, man. In a coma, good to see you as always. Saying, do you guys think Kulu's disappointed that he finds himself on the wing when he wants to play in the middle?
Do you know what? I think it's a fair question. I think Kulu would prefer to play through the middle, but I also think there's an understanding with Kulu. He's emerging as a leader this season, and I think, it's obviously been said to him, look, we need you on the right wing for this reason or for that reason for the benefit of the team. I think he's one of them. I think he just goes out there and does the job. We were talking about Porro being a natural right wing back and, slowly adapting to right back. But, Kulu's played on the wing, he's played up front, and he's played through the middle for Tottenham, and he's been absolutely brilliant in all positions. So,
Yeah,
for me, I think it more speaks to the volume of Kulusevski that we're able to do that to him. We can say, look, today we need you here because this is where you're going to affect the game for us going forward.
100%.
I actually think it speaks more to his talent and that Postecoglou is going saying, you're the guy that we think is going to break the opposition down. You're our main guy.
Yeah.
You're going to play here today to go and affect the game.
I mean, your best players, you fit them into the team however which way you can. And sometimes you then have to accommodate for maybe lesser talented players being needed to play in the true positions that
Mm,
they can excel in, right? And then maybe the more talented players then actually have to be put in a position maybe isn't totally natural to them, but they can make do with it. I mean, look at guys like Cole Palmer, right? He's sometimes shifted all around the pitch, right? To
yeah,
to be moved around for various needs or various reasons, even like a Bernardo Silva, right? He plays like 1,000 positions for Man City,
yeah,
and to Kulusevski doesn't need to do it in that sort of extreme. But I think if you see the point I'm kind of making in
yeah,
a coma, it's
100%.
a great question
It
though.
is a good question. It's one I'd actually like to hear Kulu be asked at some point, actually.
Stevie Frazier, good to see you, Stevie Frazier, best midfielder around. Henrik is in here as well. Martin
We're going for the
Knightsbridge,
huddle in front of the away and Jack.
yeah, classy from them, very classy touch. Martin Knightsbridge, let's do this. Come on, you
Let's go,
Spurs.
Martin. Come on.
Jason Bell is with us. Good to see you, Jason. Ribsy85. Come on, Ribsy. Big game, my friend. Big
Let's
game.
have it. Come on, Ribsy. How's life down under, my man?
And then we have Jason T as well. Good to see you, Jason T. Hopefully everything's all right with you. And then Al Ben, right before we get started, hope Dr. Spurs doesn't come to Sterling's rescue.
Uh, I hope not. I really do hope not. Look, I back Jed Spence today. I think he's been brilliant since he's come in. Look, we've always been a big backer of Jed Spence. I've always said he's got the ability. You just need a manager to show him a little bit of love, and so hopefully he's getting that now from Postecoglou. Look, Sterling's a shit house. Always does well against Tottenham, but he hasn't come up against Red Jed Redemption yet. So
Yeah.
let's go.
And we
Come
have
on,
gone
it's
kicked off.
underway.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come
Huge
on.
game, lads. Let's get it done tonight. Redemption is on the cards
That's it,
here.
Lucas. There we go. Basuma, good pickup.
It's got the
Out to
yellow
Sonny.
boots on.
Jedi Spence. Arsenal trying to press us nice and quickly here. Use the home crowd advantage. Radu Dragusin back to Kinski. Oh, that's brilliant
Oh,
from
he's calm as a
Kinski.
cucumber. Oh, it gives it away,
Tries
though.
to beat the press, though. Can Jed Spence get there on Raheem Sterling? That's not free. Don't you dare, ref. That is so soft.
Come on,
That
lads.
is
Huge
so
game.
soft.
Game time, baby. MV Joker Davis, good to see you, sir.
Big up, Eddie. Let's go. This is the biggest fixture on the calendar. It's the one we love. Come on, let's show us some fight. Let's go.
Saying, don't forget about me, the best winger around, Jacko.
I love the confidence, Eddie. This will be a good test earlier on from Tottenham with a set piece here. Arsenal are going to get all the big men up here.
Oops,
See how we
sorry.
deal with this.
I thought I
It's a
started
soft
the
free
clock,
kick.
but I accidentally messed up the clock, so I'll sync up with you guys. That's my fault, everybody.
Declan Rice with the curtain haircut. I wonder, will he try and catch Kinski out? Will Kinski be eager to try and come out and claim this?
Declan whips it in. Cleared
Oh,
away.
it's a free header. It's bouncing our way. Oh, no, that's poor from Kulu. You just got to clear, man. Rice. Arsenal popping it around. Dom Solanke on the press. Now Sonny joining them on the press. Can we force Arsenal into an error here? Well done, Bergvall takes it off Raheem Sterling. Puts inside as well. Ref, now that's a free kick. If you're going to give one to Sterling, you've got to give it. That's absolutely phenomenal tracking back by Jed Spence. Radu, just don't get caught in possession again, please. Skelly. Onto Trossard. Trossard pops it in the middle to Havertz. Archie Gray right up his hole. Bergvall trying to get out there now. Arsenal popping it around Tottenham. It's gone out to Raheem Sterling. The Dream Raheem, as they call him. Odegaard picks it up in the half space to Thomas Partey. Arsenal just dominating the opening exchanges here. Not a good start from Radu there, Jacko.
Sorry, no, I just accidentally had a little bit of a OBS nightmare, so I was just trying to adjust for it. Dave did an excellent job covering it for you guys. He's putting on his best Martin Tyler.
Oh, Arsenal again in behind. That's better defending from Radu there.
Need a bit more poetry from Dave, though. He says you guys keep on freezing. I had a little bit of an issue there. I think it's a bit better now.
Well, this will be our first test from an Arsenal corner kick. Let's see how we deal with this. Hardly looking for handball here, surely not.
I'd just say refresh the stream, everybody. I think that was my fault. I tried to switch scenes to the stats, and once I switched to the stats, it crashed on me.
Look at them. They're like Burnley fans. They absolutely love corner kicks, Arsenal fans. They're disgraceful. Let's see how Kinski deals with it, though, because they do score the most from set pieces in the Premier League. 9 goals so far this season from corners. They've got some big men. How does Kinski deal with it? They're all going to load the near post. It's way over hit. Way. Kinski's already psyched them out. Tottenham goal kick. Now calm it down for a minute. With that though, really, really nervy. It's not a good start. Rice moves it forward to Trossard. Everyone sits off and Barkulu catches him out. Can he play somebody? Basuma, good call. Porro tries to play it in behind. He's asking a lot there of Kulu. Brilliant from Bergvall again. Jed Spence, how does he do under pressure here? Good, brilliant. Back to Archie Gray. Come on, let's try keep possession. Their press will fade off. Kinski. Are they going to press the keeper? Good ball to Spence. Oh, Spence looking a bit ropey there. Oh, not there, Tottenham. Not there. Especially not with Basuma. He's incapable. Arsenal throw in. Just keeping us under pressure, keeping us in our own half. Dom Solanke working his nuts off here on the press. Ray goes long. Out for a Tottenham throw, and well done, Solanke. And that's just exactly what you need from him when he's pressing, you know. Just force them into these mistakes so we can try and get possession back. Our Arsenal fans clearly had a few already. He's overexcited. It's only 6 minutes in. Spence. Good ball around the corner. Well held on Son. That's a free kick, ref. He doesn't give it. Arsenal break here in numbers, though. Odegaard. Plays in. Raheem Sterling was brilliant.
Good block from Gray.
Absolutely brilliant from Archie Gray. We're having trouble trying to play through the press, trying to get out of our own half right now. People saying, what is son doing? But I thought that was a bit of a free kick.
Bush Ranger saying, fix your audio. I'm trying to listen back to Dave. He sounds fine. I'm like listening back to the last like 5 seconds. I'd say maybe refresh the stream. It sounds okay. I know we've had audio issues in other ones.
Is Bush Ranger the only one saying it?
I'll figure out if other people are saying it. There was Stevie Frazier saying it at one point, which worried me. But I think it's been fixed now.
Arsenal with another set piece. To go short this time. Trossard leaves it too long to try and play Odegaard. Well done. Brilliant defending from Pedro Porro. Brilliant defending. People are saying audio is good, lad.
Yeah, no, there was at one point a couple of people said it, which worried me. So I was trying to. Thank you, everybody.
Chat there, Jack. Right, let's go. Let's settle into the game here. Struggling to get out in the opening 8-9 minutes here. Arsenal just have us penned in.
There's their set piece idiot.
Odegaard. Oody woody.
Kind of wish we had just Gianni Vio back just so we could have a competing set piece coach just to stare him down.
Imagine that, a stare off between them. Odegaard goes for goal.
Someone got hurt out of that, maybe? No?
Ooh. He's tried to catch Kinski out here.
Did well.
Ah, he's punched the ball first anyway. There's no way that's going to be a penalty.
You can tell the city.
Son and Kulu instructed to stay very high from this corner kick, though, which is interesting.
Yeah. Thanks, Martin. Appreciate it, man.
Big up, Martin. Arsenal win another set piece. We've got to try and get out here. We've got to try and do something in possession. Can't keep soaking this pressure up, although we were expecting it for the first 15-20, to be fair. Just can't concede. It's another one towards the back post. He's all over him, ref. That's gone out. Gabriel, you little rat. Get away.
He gets away with so much.
He's so pumped for it. It's unbelievable. Look at the anger all over his face.
I just feel like he gets away with so much. Pedro Porro's on him. That seems like a mistake.
That's a huge mistake.
Because it's really hard to get in his pathway.
Declan Rice. Another delivery here. Got to stay switched on.
Swing it in, well done, Kansky. Get out there, Page. Well done, Kulu. Thank you, Simon Hooper.
That's it, Solanke. Go after him. Go on.
Oh,
unlucky.
Way to get out, Pedro. Way to get out. Try to push him back here, Kulu.
Yeah, we've got to try and get a press on here. Or try and do something in possession.
Well done, Kulu. Good hold up.
Go, Sar.
Sar. I got to get rid of
Wins
it,
a free kick.
Yeah, Solanke. Well done, though. We survived that little bit of...
Yeah, we dealt with them well enough now. Just got to keep doing that. You know, they're gonna keep looking for set pieces. We just got to try and do a bit better in possession, Jack. You know, try and maintain possession a little bit, get ourselves up the field because, you know, eventually that will pay. Porro goes long over the top here. Dom Solanke tries to hold it up.
Kulu touches it.
Oh, unlucky.
Good foot.
Oh, Arsenal looking to break here quickly though. Trossard down Tottenham's right hand side. Saliba moves it out to Raheem Sterling. Oh, it's over the top of Pedro Porro. It's laid back here by Declan Rice.
No.
Oh, what defense by Archie Gray. Party shot. Good block
Oh
by
my God.
Bergvall.
Bouncing
That
all
was
around the box.
unbelievable from Archie Gray. We've got to try and get a grip of this game. We are rattled by the atmosphere and the pressure so far. Sterling again. Oh, who didn't go with him there? Well done, Dragusin. It's a poor clearance, though. Sarr, get up there, Dom. Crush him. Well done. At least he rose.
Get out there,
We're under
Dom. Well
pressure
done,
here.
Saliba through the midfield. Someone put a foot on him. There you go, Basuma. Ah. All right, that's all right. That's all right. Pushed him back there, Dave. Saying this is like the Alamo.
Oh, it feels like it. Right now, we're just under constant pressure. We can't keep the ball for 2 passes. It's a good ball across. Well done, Radu Dragusin, there to deal with it at the near post. Don't go out for a corner, please. Thank you.
For a throw-in. Well done, Drago.
We just can't keep possession. We can't string 2 passes together right now.
No.
At some point, you just got to go, try and get a goal kick and send it long.
11 minutes in, we haven't even gotten into their box, says
No.
Artist T. I mean, barely can even string together many passes. We're just trying to
It's been all
survive the
Arsenal
onslaught
so far.
here.
We were expecting it to a certain degree. I did mention it before the game and that we were going to face this early pressure, but I thought we'd be able to do a little bit better in possession when we got it. It's another ball in the box here. Kinski, that's it. Stay down on it. Take a breather for a minute.
Yep. Have a bit of a lie down.
Let's go, Kinski. I want to see that block from Archie Gray there a few minutes ago. That was sensational.
Get it back to Kinskers. Oh, good try into Dom. He's asking for a foul.
Unlucky. Arsenal coming at us again here. They're in behind. Can Archie Gray deal with it? He does, and Porro makes up with the rest of the clearance. Good defending from Archie Gray. Come on, Sonny. Go after the ball. What are you doing watching it bounce for? It's a fucking derby game. We're under the pump, and he's there watching it bounce. Go on, take it down. Get up after it. Spence. Into Bergvall. Gray. Oh, Bergvall.
Oh,
brilliant turn from Bergvall.
Takes him on a rope. Oh, no. Heavy touch. Oh, no. Heavy tackle as well. That's ugly.
Oh, Sterling.
Throw
him out.
Why did he go that direction, Bergvall? Why did he go that direction?
Oh, he done such great work there, Bergvall. Just need to unleash that a little bit early. Don't give him an early. Surely you're not going to book him. Just give him a talking to. He's a young lad. It's his first North London derby. That's a great challenge from Lucas. It's a great challenge. Don't know what he's diving
Nothing
about.
but ball. Did he give him anything? Didn't look like he did.
No.
Well done, Simon.
Brett Lockhead, member for 27 months. Dr. Tottenham in towns, boys. Arsenal been shite for weeks, but not tonight. Yeah, we are trying to survive an early onslaught here.
They've been, by their high standards of what they are supposed to be doing this season, yes, they've been technically shite, but it's not like they're just Southampton or something, it's still going to be, a difficult
They're still a
game.
good team. You got to remember, they're third in the Premier League.
Yeah, they're still going to be a tough opposition to be able to, and also considering it is a derby, and they have so much pressure on them, these Arsenal players.
And I would say I was expecting the first 15, 20 minutes to be like this, but we got to now try and alleviate the pressure. We got to try and sort out. Oh, no.
Clear, please.
We got to try and sort this out. We got to try and find some outball right now because the dam will eventually crack. You keep putting enough pressure on it, it's going to crack. So you're definitely right there, Brett Lockhead. All right, Steve says 11 minutes in. We haven't even gotten in their box. Absolutely spot on, my man. Absolutely spot on. Let's see if we can try and
what a block from Gray there it was, Dave. So it's a block from Dragon, and then off of Gray as well. It's Gray and Dragon, Dave, really.
Fair play.
Both of them.
That's brilliant from
It's almost beautiful that way.
Yeah. Both centre-backs combining. But this is the thing. We can't rely on them, Can't rely on them blocks to get you through this game.
It's been all in our half, everything.
Oh, Kinski.
Oh,
no.
Kinski.
Oh.
Keep the confidence, lad. What happened here? Just too much time, he thought. Yeah, too much time.
Even there, when he lost it there nearly.
Goes for the left footer.
Well,
Forcing him to
you
go
can't
long. He
keep
needs to
trying to
start
hit
playing
Solanke.
short if he can, but we're also not
Solanke's
stringing
up
together
against
any
Gabriel
passes
and
when we do play short.
Solanke's up against Gabriel and Saliba. Stop pinning it into him. Put it out to Kulu. He's up against a young guy.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
You know what do you want Solanke to do when Gabriel is up his hole pushing him around? The young guy ain't going to do that to Kulu. Hit him. Arsenal again. Raheem Sterling with the overlap.
Well done, Jed.
Well on,
Hope
Jedi.
for another set piece, though. Have to keep dealing with these set pieces, lads. Come on now. Drago saves Kinski again.
Oh, he's looked a bit nervy, Kinski, so far. They nearly caught him with the free kick, nearly caught himself out there.
Yeah, that's what Ribsy's saying. He said, Kinski, my God.
We just need to survive this onslaught. If we do and we come out the right side, I think the players will gain in confidence going forward. We just got to try and keep the door closed here.
He nearly did a Forster, says King Huddle.
We just have to find an outball. What's the plan? Like, who's being tasked to be the outball here?
Get out there, Kins. He's done well with these. He's done well with the parries and the punches.
Oh, well done.
Can we get on to this guy? Can we get a bounce, please?
Oh, go on.
Kulu.
Look at Sonny.
Sonny, you got to also be on your run. It's hard to say whether he didn't know whether to come. He was in no man's land, really, Sonny. He couldn't come short or make the run behind.
I think he was probably looking for that ball to feet there.
Probably was. You're right.
Deal with that, Poro. Oh, Lord. Radu just clears. Oh, my God. We're at 6s and 7s here. We are panicking all over
we
the
need
shop.
to relax because he had Basuma there. Basuma, if he
just
just cushions that to Basuma has all the time in the world.
Yeah.
We need to relax here, lads.
We are at 6s and 7s. We are clearly rattled right now. I think the atmosphere. What's the atmosphere on telly? Come on, ref. We'll have that.
Well done, Pedro. Well done, Pedro. Well done, Pedro.
What's the atmosphere, guys, like? Let me know, please, in the chat, Is it raucous? I expect it to be. Bergvall didn't get booked that time, did he? He only got speaking to.
No, not again. I don't think he got booked.
Kinski. Well on,
Sonny.
Sonny.
Good cushioned header. Solanke. Bergvall.
Poor from Dom. It's poor from Dom. He's just got to hold that.
I don't think that was the right option by Solanke.
He's asked too much of Bergvall there. Look, we're up the pitch, though. That's it, Postecoglou. Tell them to get up. That's my man. Come on. It's better, though, from Tottenham, Jack. That's better. At least we strung 2 passes together.
Yeah, that was nice. Nearly on the break there. If Solanke just did a bit better there, we nearly had it. Had them on the break. He keeps wanting to go long, Kinski. Also, no one's really coming short for him. No one's really coming short for him, so maybe it is the tactic. Maybe it is the ploy. Artist T saying, would have been nice if we brought in another player prior to this game. Malpractice again, Longa and the recruitment team.
I agree. It would have been a massive help,
especially alluding to a Colomolani or something, right? Or just anyone, I guess, by this point, having brought in a player.
Yeah, it would have been a huge help. And, my dad was saying the same to me on the phone today, RST, that, he's surprised, with Tottenham's urgency that we haven't done more already, to a certain degree. And look, everyone knows my opinion on Lang. I don't have the faith in him to get in. He's done well with some transfers, but, Kinski again. Oh, my Lord, Kinski, please. Oh, my God.
Too confident.
Well done, Bergvall.
Jed.
Go on, Jedi. Go. Use
Jed.
that spin.
Go, Jed. Go, Jed.
Go on, Jedi.
Lad.
Go on, Jedi. Skin him.
See him, Jed.
Outside the ball, oh, no.
Gabriel, you fucker.
What a ball from Jed Spence. Brilliant play from Jedi. Play him in the future.
Spence, great tackle from Bergvall.
Outside of the boot cross as well. People can't even do it with the instep. This guy's doing it with the outstep. He's taking the piss. I don't think he's got the memo from Johnson. You're not allowed to show him up like
Gabriel.
that. Oh, it's Dom Solanke. It's a great run by Dom Solanke. It's so close. Gabriel just gets there.
Fucker.
Oh, but RST, you're absolutely spot on there, my man. Brilliant from Jedi Spence. Marauding down the wing, outside of the boot cross. Gabriel, what last bit ditch defending there from him. It's an outswinger. Can we get up at it? Radu, it's boxing. Kulu! Oh, what a save! How's he saved that? Come on, Kulu. You've got to hit
it, man.
Exactly. I was just about to say that, Jacko.
Oh, he took a great touch here. Such a good touch.
He's just got to roof it. Or put it back across
Oh,
goal.
he kind of hits it straight at Raya. It's not even.
Oh, come on, Kulu. Come on, let's go again. Radu, there's one here for you. Big man bun.
Damn.
Porro with an outswinger here. Another delivery like that one, Porro.
Gets on.
Oh, it's bouncing.
Oh.
Oh.
Jed, well done, lad.
Great
Get rid of it.
Oh,
No,
no.
man.
No. We're in trouble here.
Basuma, thank you.
Basuma, brilliant. Brilliant read from Basuma. Kinski, just boot it long. I don't want to see any more touches, please. You're giving me a heart attack. Spence.
Dragon, chill. Sorry.
Oh, two massive chances there. Kulu's is huge. Great. Nothing Solanke can do about the Gabrielle one, but the Kulu one is huge.
The touch was so good. It was so good. You just thought he was just going to smash it.
It was the right run by Solanke as well. It was a great run to try and get in behind him. Oh, no, Spence, don't get too cocky.
That's how I thought it was going to go in because I was like, the touch is that perfect. You can just smash it now.
The ball was a great ball as well. Oh, Bergvall getting dispossessed here. These youngsters are going to have to try and grow up a bit quicker here tonight.
He's taking too many
Sterling.
risks at times.
That's it, Sonny.
Well done, Bergs. Come on, Slank. Get out there, man.
Timber onto Odegaard. Odegaard out wide to Sterling. Sterling goes back inside to Odegaard. He goes for a clip one over the top, out behind him. Pedro Porro. Kinski deals with it. Porro's got to stay switched on for that. That's going to be a clear play here from them.
Sar, take your space, lad. Get up the pitch.
Papi onto Kulu. What's Kulu got to do? Back to Papi. Corner kick.
Block. Corner.
I'll do. This is better though, Jack. We're starting to get a bit more of a foothold in the game here. Posing our own threat from set pieces. That would wreck their mind.
Good running from Sar there, Dave.
Yeah, very good. Need him to get into the game.
Oh, it's bounced up for Sonny.
Yes! He's in my head, Sonny, 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 come on! Let's have it, Jacko!
Lovely little cushion. Lovely
when the Spurs go marching in. Oh, when the Spurs. Let's have a look at this again. It's a lovely delivery here. It's cleared out. Sonny on the edge of the box. Bosh! Have that one into the bottom corner. Where's your heroics now, Rhea? What a finish by Sonny.
Thomas Partey, I believe as well. That's a lovely little touch off Partey.
It's a party for Spurs fans right now. 1-0 to the good.
Maybe Saliba, and then through the legs of Partey, it just gets into the mix. It gets into the mess.
Come on.
And it gets into the back of the neck. Come on, Sonny.
Oh, when the Spurs go marching in.
We survived the onslaught, Dave, there. We survived it.
Yeah. Well, we said it, Jack. We spoke about it in the pre-match build-up. First 15, 20 minutes, we got to survive the onslaught. And come on, Sonny.
Perfect timing for the big man to show up there.
Let's go.
Perfect timing from Sonny.
Perfect timing. And do you know what? That should do a lot to settle everyone's nerves, I would hope, Jack. We were very
settles
nervous.
His as well. You know, hopes makes you want, maybe another chance comes our way, settles, whoever gets the next chance here. Right? Kulu missed that chance. Solanke, had a little bit of one there.
Come on, Da! Come on, my man! Let's have it! Oh, we're doing exactly what the cup is showing right now.
Look at him, Basuma. He's just glorious.
We're on him forward. Who can he play? He's looking for Sonny. It's in behind. Sonny's going to get there. Go on, Sonny. Hit my shoulder. Oh, unlucky.
Solanke.
Oh, Solanke, unlucky. Oh, come on. Let's have it.
Man. I think that's a good comment. You wonder with Sonny taking a chance like that, a guy that's been needing a goal, next person that gets a chance here.
They're rattled now. They're rattled. Keep pressing them. We needed that, Jack. Captain stepped up in a moment like that. We needed that. Just to calm everyone down. Kinski was looking really nervous. Spence was looking nervous. Dragusin and Gray were looking a bit nervous. Bergvall to a degree. We really needed that. Hopefully we're settled down now. Great yellow card to take as well. Donovan
Sarfin.
Oosterreicher, welcome to the fan show membership. My man, I think you're just renewing it. Big up. Oh, everyone in the comments are absolutely loving that. Stop crying, Arteta.
It's a Sunday party.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a sunny party.
Oh, I think I'm going to have some artichoke for dinner tonight. Let's get after it. Go on, Sonny. There we are. We're like a pack of dogs now.
Well done, Archie. Good touch.
Well done, Archie. Great. Good clearance. Just keep going after. Go on, Sonny. Go on. Get
Take
it.
a nip at him.
Here we go. Like a chihuahua. Let's get at their ankles. Well done, Kula. Good pressing. Come on, guys. Come on, Porro. Your turn to bite. Let's go. Trossard looking to cut inside. Play one of them stupid
Good
balls.
block.
Brilliant from Sar. Well done, Sam. Now we're taking it to them. Solanke. Good pressure. Come on, Sterling. Show Spence what you got. Go on. Try something. Go on, you little rat. Come on, Spence. Well dealt with. Oh, he's just playing it around him as well now.
Might need to get rid. Might need to get rid. Away.
Spence just has the answers for Sterling. That's brilliant from Jed Spence. You know, the first time Sterling's tried to go at him one-on-one, and he's just absolutely made a bitch of him. He says, give me that ball. Kinski.
Thinks it. Keeps going to Solanke, but he keeps missing him.
I wonder if Solanke's supposed to be the decoy and Son's supposed to make that run. Because Solanke was way off that one there.
I mean, they're doing something intentionally, but they're just getting it wrong that we're just now guessing. Like, we're just guessing what the tactic is. But it is clear that they are intentionally going for Solanke. But there's just something that they're getting.
Party.
Or are they supposed to be going to Kulu as well, like Dave suggested? You know, that's the other thing.
Oh, no, they put it in behind the midfield here. They're at us.
Porro,
you got to get out there, Porro. Now that he's forced backwards, get up behind him.
Lord,
no,
he's just on the splits and
Trossard puts it across. Well done, Radu.
Just killed himself.
That's it, Radu. That's where we are. He's telling the line to get up. Now he's taking the responsibility we need.
Porro just got absolutely done. He's just probably wrecked his whole groin.
He's probably pulled both of them there, Jack. He's done the splits. He's absolutely ruined them.
Not even ballerinas do this move, Dave.
Oh, my God. It's almost like he's almost killed him
Ballerina party with Pedro Porro. It's horrible.
Oh, Porro, you got to be more. You got to do better there, man. But that's what happens when you give them too much distance, though, Jack. You give them time to do that shit to you.
I almost feel like it's not good to see Pedro injured, and we don't need to see someone else injured, to be honest. Maybe this takes a bit of sting here, though. Like, you know, again, Arsenal panicked a little bit, right? They want to try to get a goal back quickly here. We're kind of stifling them a little bit, taking a little bit of sting away, hopefully. People get where I'm coming from. He's done his knee, he's done his ACL, squeamish, says Simon. It didn't look good.
Let's have another look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful from Sonny. What a goal.
He's side-footed. Laces,
First time,
side
yeah.
foot.
Side foot as well.
Off of
Good
Partey,
deflection
I believe,
from Partey.
right?
It's great deflection.
Saliba doesn't help as well, right? By kind of jumping like that makes it even harder, I think, for Raya to... You could just tell Raya just didn't...
Oh, they're rattled. You look at Spurs players, they're up for it now. Is Pedro Porro coming off? Is he saying he's okay?
Damn.
It's not
Pedro
looking
Porro
good.
is growing a new hamstring as we speak, everybody. Watch in real time. He's growing a new ACL.
Sterling. Odegaard trying to pull the strings here onto Rice.
Well faked, says
Gabriel.
Porro's actually the most flexible player.
See, they're so set up to come down this right-hand side all the time. Even without Saka, they're trying it, and they're just not getting too much joy with.
Yeah.
Odegaard, back to Partey.
It is heavily loaded there, you're
It's
right.
a good ball by Partey. Well done. Radu drags him again. He's been brilliant. And again, calling the line. I like this from Radu.
Gray and Dragishin thus far, once again, just answering the call defensively.
But you know what? I've been a huge critic of Radu Dragishin. Should be more vocal. Look at him there, waving his arms. Get up with me. Get up with me. That's what I've been screaming for.
Well, I mean, Radu Dragishin, most of the time, Dave, he does do quite well when he is put under the real sort of, when you put him under the kitchen, when you put him in, you know, sort of the tough situations to defend, when you really are under the cosh, he actually usually does all right. It's just when he is
Radu. No, Radu. You're not Ronaldinho.
Just this sort of stuff that you get a little bit nervous about with the Dragon.
He's way out of position
here, and he's all out of position as well.
Oh, commentators curse and blame you, Jack.
Yeah. Spoke too long. Too much praise for too long.
Oh, brilliant. Well done, Kulu. It's going to be a difficult one. Odegaard's good at
giving away so many set pieces. It's silly, actually. We need to try to lessen that. Don't you agree, Dave? Like, maybe too many?
Yeah. It's a stupid challenge there from Kulu as well. He's going nowhere. He's got Son and Bergvall there. Oh, I agree, Jack.
Dave, just too many. Too many.
Way too many. We'll get punished from one of them. You know, they score more than set pieces than anyone else. I fully agree with you. We're giving away way too many, lad. And do you know what? They're stupid ones as well, some of them. See if we can deal with this one here.
Sloppy foul, says Shawnee Maddox. People are saying Odegaard dived.
Nah, Kulu barreled into the back of him. As soon as you feel that contact, you're going down all day long. Why wouldn't you? I would.
Flipping set piece, team, yeah.
The only thing is, it's a decent distance out, so you'd hope, hopefully, if they do go for goal, Odegaard can get across. Or Kinski can get across. But they do have a lot of players at the back post here. I just wonder, is he going to try and fake it? He does.
It.
Well done, Basuma. Brilliant. Way to stay switched on.
Well done, Basuma.
35 minutes on the clock. Tottenham 1-0 to the good. Being bombarded by set pieces. So far, dealing with them well. Can we keep it going here?
Could you ever rock the arm sleeve, Dave?
The Under Armour?
The arm sleeve. You know, Basuma does the arm sleeve.
No. It's ridiculous.
It's like it's a crossover. I could be wrong, but it's like a crossover from the NBA.
I'm only 33 years of age, and I already feel like, you know, I'm a 60-year-old man. I just can't get with some of these fashion trends.
All in.
Well done, Kinski again. Brilliant. Get out there. Well done, Basuma. Let that go out. Oh, brilliant from Basuma. Good ball down the lane. Well held, Kulu.
Good hold-up play. Sir, he's got every piece of Kulu.
Big switch here from
Big switch.
Just not enough. Oh, there is enough on it. Go on, Sonny. Sonny. Spence. Don't go back.
Sketchy pass into Gray.
Good take,
so
Gray.
well. So well.
Good take, Archie.
Falling behind.
It's all he could do. Son had come short. It's all he could do there. There's no other option. It was either that or run into trouble.
Yeah, he didn't want to commit the same mistake as Dragishin.
It's a good take, though. He was under pressure there with that ball back from Spence.
Solanke
Unlucky.
just keeps getting Saliba's movements wrong.
Come
Timber.
on, Kulu. No. Go on, sir. Unlucky. Right. Just keep this tight for 10 minutes now. Don't need to go on any mad, you know, chasing or anything like that. Just keep your shape for 10 minutes here. Just get this into half-time, and then we can reassess the game plan, because we have, what have we had, like 5% possession, Jack?
We have 34.
Jeez, that's generous.
Commentator called Gray a Rolls Royce. I mean, that touch he had was just class. Took it off the thigh.
Go on, Bergvall. Well hunted. That's it, Solanke. Oh, Porro's got out here. No, Porro.
Asking for offside.
Ball
Cleared
in,
away.
well
Thank you, Archie. Get onto it, Kulu, please. Tough.
Just crowded out there, unfortunately.
Well, the ball, I think the bounce of the ball was awkward.
We do need to have it. We need to try and sort this out at halftime and have some outball.
We just can't get any foot on the ball of any kind.
Spence again. Spence again. That is animalistic.
He's an
He,
animal. Yeah, you're saying, Dave. Man, I
Raheem
love
Sterling
Spence
doesn't have
as
the
the big
answers.
T. Spence is solid.
He's so good. So good. Only 135 likes, guys. You're not enjoying beating Arsenal? Come on, hit them likes up, guys. Tyler says, man, I love Spence. Near Aviv says Spence is solid. He says, Tyler says he's embarrassing Sterling at the minute. Absolutely spot on. Kinski, take your time. Delay it. Let the crowd get on your back here.
It's up for a throw-in.
Well, when did that come out for a throw-in?
Kind of like he dinked it over to Spence, and then just kind of ball just bumbled it in around. Luckily, got something.
He's all over them. He's been a bit nervy, Kinski, Jack. He's been a little bit nervy.
Yeah, he's probably just taking a little too much time on the ball, I think, at times. And then also, I think some of his long balls today haven't been too great.
The Roy Viking,
Sir,
member
he's
for
getting
23 months.
kicked in midair there, ref. He's getting kicked there.
Oh, no, Sarno.
Man on. Kinski. Well done. Good ball.
That's a great ball.
Kulu, good turn. Kulu, great turn.
Great
Kulu,
turn.
great ball.
Come on, Pappy.
Good turn as well from Pop.
Oh.
Pop.
Will we get a VAR check on this? Star's gone down there.
Seem to be in pain. Well done, Pedro.
Ah, ref. Roy Viking, member for 23 months. Big up, Roy. A great name. I used to love Roy Keane, so I have an affiliate with the name Roy, my man. He says Spence is massive. Do you know what? He's pocketing some of the best wingers out there. You know, he's been absolutely huge for Tottenham. What an impact. You know, we've always said this about players. You know, in years gone by, we've heard with Winks and all. You got to give him 8 to 10 games to get going. What, a whole third of the season? You know, Jed Spence just comes in and makes an impact. And Postecoglou is appreciated, because that's one thing he said about him as well. You know, he hasn't just come in and tried to do what we're asking him to do. He's come in and made a massive impact. You know, and that's the biggest compliment you can get. Big up, Roy.
Elite membership as well, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, what a legend. Big up, Roy. Roy Keane, Roy Cropper out at Coronation Street.
Oh, no.
No, fuck you, Gabrielle.
So many set pieces at this stage. It's been so many.
It was going to come.
We tried to go into halftime, maybe salvage. Good that we got the goal.
Let's have a look at this.
Oh, we had a break there earlier as well. If we only took advantage of that break. Kinski kind of loses it, maybe.
He misses it. He misses the punch.
In a sense, loses the marker. Let's see. Ball towards the back post. Kinski.
No, it's an own goal.
It's off of Dom. I don't think Dom does too well there. I think Dom, it's probably headed the other direction there. It's off of Dom.
Yeah, it's come off Dom Solanke. Fuck's sake.
It's not as bad as Højbjerg's, but if Dom just sort of isn't, if Dom just isn't there.
Oh, it's not even a corner.
It's also not a corner. That's right, from Pedro.
Come on, VAR. Do the right thing here. They got to do the right thing here, VAR.
I don't think it's allowed. Dave.
Disgusting, that. It's not even a corner. It's come off Trossard. It's a joke. We never get the right refereeing decisions at this place. Spence.
Never was supposed to be a corner.
Ref, come on, ref. Please. It's not a corner kick.
It was never supposed to be. Yeah.
Absolute bullshit. Michael Oliver last year at their place, he didn't even want to give a blatant penalty right in front of him, and this guy can't even give the right decision. Fucking hell.
Yeah, the last few North London derbies, Dave, have been that way. And also, I just think if Solanke isn't there, that's probably not a goal. If Kinski,
it's not Solanke's fault, though.
If Kinski maybe does a bit better, it's not a goal. We also felt like we were blocking off Kinski.
Yeah, Kinski got it's the one corner he's got penned in for. It's so annoying. Yeah. But it's not even Dom Solanke's fault. You know, there's nothing you can do there. It's just headed off him. It's unlucky. It's unfortunate, but it's the referee. You know, it's never a corner in the first place.
Thank you, ref. And also just maybe the way that we lost it as well in the break, too.
Yeah, it's poor from Sarr. Come on, Spurs, anyway. We're still in this.
I'm glad we got the goal. Very happy we got the goal. Very happy we got the goal. Just it felt
that's
a
nice.
bit hard done by. I feel a bit hard done by there.
Yeah.
And we sort of did it to ourselves to a degree. But also, of course, the referee. Kinski, man, I feel like you're missing all of these, brother.
Whatever the game plan was, it's not working. Like in terms of the outball.
Yeah.
I assume we take it down, man. Can't get sloppy. Got to at least get this into halftime now.
Good block.
Let's work across now. Gabriel. Onto Rice. Rice moves it onto Trossard. Onto Odegaard. Well crowded out. Get rid of it, Porro.
Solanke, sir!
Break. Come on, Bergval.
Good touch.
Go, Kulu.
Someone make a run for Kulu. Solanke, come short, man.
Sarr. To Porro. Back to Dragusin. Just trying to keep a bit of possession here now. On to Archie Gray. Out to Jedi. Jedi to Basuma. Don't lose it there, kid.
Oh, Basuma gets picked. Out wide to Trossard.
You had the return ball to Spence.
Trossard, no!
Fuck's sake. Fuck off, Basuma. Kinski probably should have saved that as well. Fuck's sake, Basuma. He's got an easy ball to Jed Spence.
Out of nowhere.
He's got an easy ball to Jed Spence. What is he doing? 2 goals have come off both of our midfielders losing the ball. Oh, my God. Absolutely sickening.
4 minutes, yeah.
A question, could have Kinski done better here as well? But look, he's got the return ball to Jed Spence. He doesn't play it. He turns into trouble here. It's so this is the problem with Basuma. He's always at this.
Kinski, let's see the bounce here. Looked like he should have saved this.
Nah, he should have saved it. He should have saved it.
Oh, he absolutely should have saved it. Absolutely should have saved it. Basuma and Kinski. I agree, King Huddle.
I'll blame Basuma there, though. Like, he's just self-aware. He turns into the trouble. You know what I mean? He's got Spence on the overlap. It's unbelievable brain dead. We're just after conceding, and he does that. Honestly, I'd be going absolutely ballistic if I'm Postecoglou. Sarr losing the ball the way he did. Basuma losing the ball the way he did.
Well done, Spence. Thank you,
How
Spence.
can Spence hold it up like that and Basuma can't? Fucking hell, Tottenham. You always do this to us.
God, 2 really shitty goals to concede. Yes, Solanke, man. Sir, can he get a yellow, please?
Yeah, exactly. When are we going to pull out the yellow? You're going to allow him to do this all the way into the second half as well.
I felt like we just gave that to him.
When is Basuma going to learn? Just get rid of it, Gray. Brilliant turn. Oh, it's so demotivating. It's just such a quick flash. It's game's
flash. 4 minutes, Dave. 4 minutes. 2-1 down now.
It's unbelievable.
And it felt so self-inflicted.
It is self-inflicted. We've completely done it to ourselves. Completely self-inflicted.
We actually survived the initial really tough wave. You know, we did well to, I guess, defend that tough wave defensively. You know, we haven't been good in possession today. But We did survive the waves defensively, and then we just did it to ourselves. It's not over. I agree. It's definitely not over. It's just hard to do that in the space of 4
No.
minutes. Havertz. Good block. This is why we need a 6, says Shawnee Maddox with a super chat.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Zuma had a great game against Liverpool, but it's just probably been a different story tonight.
We've seen it time and time again get
Yeah,
beat
it's
in
just-
that midfield. You know, when is he going to learn? You know, what annoys me is Spence done all the hard work by being able to pop it into you, and he's looking for the return ball. He's made all the effort to go for it.
Well done,
And you
Spence.
go, you know what I'll do?
Sir!
He goes, you know what I'll do? I'll take Party for a run, and turns in with the striker coming up his hole as well. There's just no awareness. It's shocking. And that's not a card either. That's a disgraceful decision. Referee's having an absolute nightmare now as well. He's giving cards he shouldn't. He gave them a corner when he shouldn't. And I'm sorry, if he's giving Spence a card there, how is Gabriel or Saliba not got a card for what they're doing to Dom Solanke?
Assume it doesn't learn, says Sean.
He just doesn't. He just does not learn. Like, fair enough, making it once, fine. Second time, okay, to a degree. But after that, when it's continuous, you're just not learning. And just blow it up now, ref. It's 49 minutes. Oh, where do we start? I mean, George, I'll give my thoughts, and then you come in and give your thoughts. It's just so demoralising, absolutely demoralising. The way we capitulated so close to half time. Look, we struggled for large parts of that half. We can barely string 2 passes together. We can barely get out of our own half. Whatever the game plan was coming in is not working. I would also go as far as saying them Arsenal players seem to be a lot more aggressive than what we are, and they're getting the benefits of that. But to capitulate the way we did, Sarr losing the ball we did in the manner you spoke about it, Jack. And then look, it was never corner kick, but off the back of it, then you got to try and defend. And it's the one ball Kinsley got pinned for, they end up scoring. But then Basuma, man, like, that is just absolutely criminal. You're just after conceding. You don't take that risk. If the pass isn't on, or you have no options, then just put it up the pitch. Not play yourself into trouble the way he did. Look, don't get me wrong, Kinsley should have saved it. But Basuma is always doing this. He always gets lax on the ball and gets his pocket picked. He's turned right into the trouble, even though Spence has given him the option to play it out to. It's absolutely criminal from Yves Basuma. And, this is the problem with Tottenham Hotspur. We just undo all of the good work that we've done up until then. Up until then, we largely contained a lot of Arsenal set pieces. We were 1-0 to the good. You couldn't have asked for a better position with 5 minutes going into half-time. And just 5 minutes to go, everyone loses concentration and it all unravels. But Jack, again, this keeps happening to Tottenham as well. How many times do we throw away games in split minutes? You know what I mean? Yeah. Look, we have to have a huge second half. By no means is this over. But we have to try and find an outball. It seems like Kinski's waiting for this run. That's why he's getting caught on the ball, because whoever's supposed to be the outball isn't in the right position. And then ultimately he's just left hitting it long into no man's land. Whatever the game plan is not working. And we have to get a foothold in this second half. Yeah. We have to make sure the instructions are clear at half time. I can't believe we're not pinning Kulusevski up on that young fullback and hitting it to him as the outball, because we're trying to play through the press and they're turning it over. They're getting aggressive with us. They're getting up our hole. We can't string 2 passes together. But then when Kinski goes long, whatever the plan is, it's not working because it's just hitting it straight back to them. So there does have to be a tactical adjustment here at half time. And lastly, The refereeing decisions we get is absolutely shocking in these North London derbies. You know, you look at Michael Oliver last year, you know, the audacity of him in our own stadium to just give everything to Arsenal, hesitant to give Tottenham the penalty. That first goal there, it's not a corner kick. I don't understand. VAR can get involved in everything else. If the ball comes off your Mickey, they can fucking get involved. But as soon as it's something like that, they can't. Seriously? Seriously, I'm fed up with it. What's the technology in the game for? It was the wrong decision. Rule the goal offside. Rule it out. It's not the right decision. The corner should never have been given in the first place. It's absolutely bollocks. I'm sick of the refereeing decisions we get, but we haven't been good enough either to a large degree in terms of
Yeah,
trying to play.
that's where I'm kind of standing on it. Like I don't think we've really played that well to deserve to even be a goal up or anything. I think we took that moment really well, actually. Fair play to Sonny. There has been maybe a couple of breaks that we've had, and we did well maybe in that little initial period there where we were putting a little bit of pressure on Arsenal. But for the majority of this game, it's really much been all them. They've been inside our own half. We've just been defending for the majority of this period. And like you say there, I felt like, what we've been trying to do in order to get a foot on the ball, what we've been trying to do to get real estate in their half, to try to get some semblance in the game just hasn't been working. We're trying to use Kinski to be that guy for it. I feel like he's just misplacing passes. He's just not finding the right guys, or he's just on the different wavelength with Kulusevski or with Solanke, whoever he's trying to go for. It's not been working. And then for the 2 goals that we conceded, it's actually kind of frustrating because you look at that initial 20-minute period. That's probably when maybe Arsenal, it's not like they deserve to score or anything, but that's when they really were putting us under the cosh there. And then it felt like, once we got that goal with Sonny, started to kind of survive a little bit. We started to kind of get, a bit more confidence in ourselves, started to try to, maybe get a foothold in the game while also being, luckily 1-0 up. We didn't take advantage of it. We actually ended up kind of self-inflicting ourselves, self-inflicting damage. And, the giveaway from Sarr in the break there was poor.
Was that a foul in your opinion, Jack? I know Jerome was sent in a super chat there to go with it, Jack. He's saying
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's a foul and that was never a corner.
I mean, I don't think it was a corner. He's saying foul's not even given. The ref is to disgrace. Kenny, is he speaking about other sort of? He thinks it was a foul on Sarr. I do feel like Simon Hooper has been good to us in the past, but has been very shit today in terms of some of the decisions. I do feel like Solanke is just getting killed out there, and he's getting no real, luck or any sort of benefit from the referee. Then also probably other challenges maybe they have gotten away with. Even somebody mentioned Havertz's challenge, needing to be kind of looked at, as potential red card. Can't really speak to it, but it hasn't been, a beneficial day from Simon Hooper, and that looked like a really obvious corner kick. I mean, Pedro Porro was incensed about it, and then we ended up paying the price. It really is a punch in the mouth. And I'd also say though too that despite it being another corner that maybe they didn't deserve there, I felt like Kinski maybe didn't do too well on that first goal, like either. I thought he did get kind of pinned there, or it felt like maybe our own players kind of got in his way. It was kind of hard to tell. It was a lot of Spurs players that were kind of just in front of him, so it was hard to tell really. And then Solanke, like I said, maybe unluckily just in the wrong place at the wrong time, sort of deflects a header that's going the opposite direction, basically, into his own goal. And then for the second goal, Dave, I mean, it's just really poor from Basuma and then really poor from Kinski. Kinski should be saving that. And it's also kind of why, as you've heard from me, I've been a little hesitant about, kind of saying, oh, put him in. He's already the number 1 ahead of Vicario because, yes, he is good with his feet. Today, he's not really had the best day with his feet, you could say, Kinski, but he is still quite good. It's just more when it comes to shot stopping. And Vicario, I think he is one of the best around. He is a very, very good shot stopper who pulls out world-class saves. And that was a moment where Kinski should have saved that. And I think Vic saves that 100 times out of 100, basically. He's one of those sort of keepers. Then again, though, Kinski, for the most part, has been okay from the set pieces. Like, I think he's dealt with them quite well. He's been put under a lot of pressure. He's had so many to deal with, and he's dealt with most of them pretty well. It's just unfortunate that the 2 goals we conceded, you could say he's kind of played a part in to some part too. So it's been a mixed day from Kinski, and it's not like we played very well in general anyways. So it's just been a tough day, Jerome. It's just unfortunate that I think when we got that goal in the manner that we did, you would think that maybe Spurs kind of take advantage of that, and we ended up kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, and that's what's frustrating. If we were to concede, it probably should have happened in the first 20 minutes when we were just under the pump and just doing nothing really. But ended up happening kind of when I least expected it.
I'd argue, I think we've been under the pump most of that half to a large degree. We can barely string two passes together.
True.
We had the two breakaways, but that's about it. We have to learn. Like this game is going to keep coming back at us unless we find a solution to this right now. We've got half time to try and work this out. We are going to have to try something different, a different approach. Because Arsenal are locking us in. They're more aggressive than us. They're willing to press us, be more aggressive in the press as well. And they're locking us in. They're picking us up man for man, which means we can't play our usual football. But then when we go long, we don't. None of the players are in the right positions to be able to hold the ball up. It just keeps coming back. We can't get a foothold in this game whatsoever. We were lucky that we were in the position to come in and try and hold on to the 1-0 lead. And it's very disappointing with the 2 goals that we've conceded. But we've got to try something different this half. We've got to go at them. The onus is on us now. They're 2-1 to the good. The onus is on us to take the fight to them. Let's go at them and let's see what we can do to them. But it's been nowhere near good enough. One of them 4 players has to get a hold of that ball. Son has been guilty despite him scoring. Has he held up the ball once? No. Solanke? Yeah. No. Kulusevski? No. It keeps coming back. They have to simply get in front of their man, pin him, hold the ball up, either wait for a run or look to get turned or look to draw a free kick and relieve the pressure. Papa Matasar, he's been very quiet today. He hasn't even turned ball over, and in possession he's been poor. Basuma, piss poor in possession. Bergvall getting around. In possession, he's probably been all right, but again, they're struggling in there. Partey, Odegaard, Rice, they're starting to get on top of them. They're starting to get more physical than them, and our players do not like it. They're going to have to start trying to stand up to the fight here. But also, stop dribbling into trouble. Stop passing the ball into trouble. Just stop doing stupid things. Just start making some smart decisions here. To a degree, Porro's getting absolutely rinsed out there by Trossard. He needs to learn to deal with that very, very quickly. Spencer's been brilliant up against Sterling. Radu Dragusin and Archie Gray have done everything they can in terms of trying to block everything coming in. But they need help from the players, in front of them. And it's about time they step up this half now and go for it.
Lots of people saying we're getting bullied this game.
Yeah.
That's what Sebas said. Ellie saying we deserve to be down. She's saying he better take Basuma off. I mean, you could say mostly everyone has been pretty poor or pretty absent or anonymous for the most part, maybe apart from the guys that have had to deal with a lot of the defending, which has been Dragusin and Archie Gray. I think they've dealt well for the most part this game, with a lot of the pressure that's come their way. Maybe in possession, again, Dragusin maybe not always, the best, but I don't think he's hurting us that much as much as other players are. Other players who should be a lot better on the ball than him haven't really been that much better. We're just losing it with everyone. And you could say it's really only been Archie Gray and Dragusin that in any way are, again, like the guys that are kind of a shining light because they're the ones that you would be most worried about going into this game. Yet again, it's been other players. It's been strangely other players. Frankly, Tottenham saying VAR can take a quick look just before the corners are taken, especially with close ones. I mean, Dave, I don't know. Like, I'm an idiot in this regard. Like, I don't know the rules in the full sense. Some people were saying that's not the case in the chat. I'm curious if people have a response to this in the chat, whether that's true or not. But it is. It's really silly because it just shouldn't be a goal, and then the momentum kind of swings back their way once they get that goal.
And that's the thing, Jack. It gave them the confidence. It gave them the belief to push on for that second the way they did. For me, like if VAR can sit there and it can rule out, a goal for handball, it can rule out for being a millimetre offside, it can rule out, it can get involved in tackles in the middle of the pitch and stuff. They check every single goal. Why is someone in the VAR room not standing up and going, hang on here, I mean, it was the wrong decision to give the corner. You're going to have to overturn this. So give the referees the power to overturn it if that's the case. It's absolutely shocking. It just feels like Tottenham Hotspur are always on the wrong end of VAR decisions. It was only a couple of years ago when Lucas Moura got tackled in the Southampton box. He rolled over, hit off his hand. We ended up finishing off the ball off the back of it, and they disallowed it. If they can get involved in stuff like that, how are they giving that? I just feel like Tottenham never get the fair shake of the VAR decision. Don't get me wrong. VAR ain't the reason why we're losing this game. We lack fight out there. Some of the players you're looking, the big guys out there,
pretty rattled.
Solanke, they're timid, they're getting bullied out there. But they're not the reason why we're losing it. But it's the wrong decision. And it just drives me mad. It seems like they pick and choose when they want to use it, what they want to get involved in, and stuff like that. And this is what I've always said, get it out of the game. If it's not going to give you the right decisions that they should be making, and it's causing all the controversy it should, because right now, even us, we're getting sucked into the conversation. The conversation should be about Tottenham being bullied, our game plan not working, having to come up with something at half time. But even we're being sucked into the conversation. It's taken away from the actual matters. But look, it's a shocking decision all around. I'm sorry, but how long is that line on the referee being refereeing and doing linesman, and they can't see that? That's absolutely bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, the VAR and just the more so the referee has been against us today. Frankly, Tottenham, appreciate the support, man, but it does feel like Spurs just haven't shown up today and have gotten bullied and are just nowhere near the levels that they need to be if they want to try to get something from this game. Zane, a Gooner fan, Dave, saying, "Lucky we don't even have Saka." Dave, I mean, they're lucky that they got that corner and got a semblance of a foot back in the game.
Yeah, it's just disgraceful. And look, this is even the more the disappointing thing. I think we've shut down that right hand side to a large degree, but we still find ourselves 2-1 down. Even if Saka was up against Spence, he would have locked them up. There's no doubt, no debate about it. It's just, look, they always get the rub of the green, these Arsenal, with these decisions, and I'm fed up with it. What annoys me, you look at the one last year, Michael Oliver at home, and it still irks me. I think it was Ben Davies or Van de Ven was absolutely taken out right in front of him, and he just goes, play on.
Yeah. Yeah, and even that other, North London derby, I remember away from home where they completely cleared out, what was it, Vicario or something like that, and they only gave it, like a yellow card or something like that, and it was a clear red. Jerome saying, we are being pragmatic in this game and let Arsenal have the ball more, but again, Basuma's mistake let us down, and the ref is not helping us out at all. Do you just think like Ange Postecoglou probably did try to set up this day today to do something a bit different, Dave, and it just maybe hasn't worked in that first half? Do you think he did try to pull a different trick up his sleeve with either how we're setting up defensively or how we're trying to build out from the back? Do you think he did try something different and it's just not working?
When I look at it, Jack, right, I think he was expecting the early onslaught. And I do think, to a degree, that long ball was a route ball. James Madison's coming on at half time.
And
Be
Brennan
interesting. He's
Johnson.
coming off. Oh, and Brennan Johnson. Interesting. With Bergvall's still on the pitch, so who's gone off? I don't see Basuma's hair there anymore. Looks like maybe
must have
Basuma
been
or
taken
Sar's
off.
gone off.
Yeah.
Basuma and Sar, maybe. But what was I talking about?
I think we were talking about, the fact that Ange might have been making some sort of changes tactically. He's saying he's being too pragmatic in this game, or that's the problem, basically, is that we are being pragmatic, and it's led to us giving away the ball a lot more.
Are we being pragmatic because Arsenal's press has been good and they're bullying us all over the pitch? And naturally you're going to sit in if you can't keep possession as well. The game's only going one way. But with how many times Kinski was slow to release that ball out from the back and nearly getting caught on it, I do think the game plan was to hit it long. But for whatever reason, none of our forward players are in the right position for it. And that's why Havertz is getting close to Kinski every time, because Kinski's waiting there, waiting for whatever the game plan is supposed to be, and it's just not working out. So, look, this will be a test of Ange Postecoglou's tactics to a large degree. Can he figure something out to, turn the game on its head?
Good to see you, Jerome, man. Really appreciate the support. Thanks for all the support, everybody at halftime. Thanks for being with us for this. Great subs. I love it, says Daniel Larson. Well, he's made them quickly. People wanted Basuma off, and he's done it.
I'm Papa Massar. And look, fair play, right decision. The two of them were absolutely awful.
Yeah, they both were poor and just anonymous. Bit of space here, I think, for Sterling through our midfield.
Get out there, Radu.
Out wide to Trossard. King Huddle called him baggy eyes.
No. Not there, Kulu. Just help it on if that's the case, man.
Looking from a super sub from Johnson, says Michael W.
Well, I hope so. Look, now's the time for him and Madison to make me eat my words, We also got to try and press Arsenal's back line a bit more if we want to try and get a bit of joy. Got to try and force the issue at some point in this game. Come on now, ref. You can't give that. And I had no doubt he would have got a bollocking at halftime, and it's in his head that he's fucked up. So, hopefully we can get a penalty decision here somewhere. Too slow.
gone uber attacking with those subs, says King Huddle.
Well, look, I think he certainly hasn't been happy with what he's seen from Sarah Basuma, has he? I think, he's making them culpable for their mistakes, actually, quite frank.
Yeah.
Holding them responsible for their errors. And to be honest, if we lose this, I'd be rolling them two out in the press conference as well, or to the press. Make them ask, if you don't let them avoid these questions. The only way they're going to learn is if they're out there making them answer these sort of questions.
Archie Gray here. They're giving Gray time, and they're just trying to block off any of the passes that he has. And then anytime it goes to Dragic or Kinski, they're just looking to put pressure immediately on. Well done, Johnson. Great pass. Into Kulu. Oh, Poro plays it too short. Plays it two behind him.
How has he not played that ahead of him? I'm sorry. How has he not played that ahead of him?
I don't get it. I don't know how he didn't play that in front of him. Dragon. Paul Markey with a super chat saying, we are down, and what do? We bring on that waste of space Werner, or waste of space Johnson. I'll give up. Or I give up.
Look, we're just hoping that him and Madison can produce something today, Paul. I'm just trying to wheel them on. I just need something. Oh, Bergval. Well done, Dom. Brilliant mop up here. Poro, make sure you pass it. Thank you. Come on, Johnson. Let's do something
Kulu.
here.
There you go.
Kulu. Go down.
Kulu.
Go down.
Hold on to it, lad. Johnson.
Ref has to atone his error. Go down.
Try to get across in, man. Madison. Poro. Bergval.
Give it into a Sonny.
Good
Come on,
ball,
Sonny.
Sonny.
I was blocked again. Don't tell me that comes off Dom Solanke, please. Please.
It does.
Please, Dom. Please, Dom. Fucking hell, he's in the way of everything today.
Oh, my Lord, man.
Jesus Christ. He's in the way of absolute... He's just being counterproductive at this point. Go make up for this. Paul Markey, I think many people feel like you, though, brother. I do think many people feel like you. I certainly feel like that. But look, I'm open to be proven wrong.
Bergval. Well done. Madison. Good move. To Sonny here. Step over. Get over. To Matters. Good ball.
Oh, that's a shit ball. That's a shit ball. He's looking for a penalty. Come on, VAR.
That, or maybe he wants someone to make a different run. Bergval. Well done, lad. Sonny, get onto it, man. Well done, Sonny. Sonny. Please, lads. Dom's playing for them.
Feels like it.
How come they're taking this much time? What's going on?
Archie Gray.
Someone hit him?
Don't know. I think he must have took a bang somewhere. I think they're trying to say you need...
Hope he's all right. He's been our best player for weeks and need him. I'm even not sure he even has a center back on the bench. And Postacoglu.
No, I don't think we do.
You have to be Regulon. Third ball, good recovery, man. Can you get onto this? Oh,
for fuck's sake.
He's just had a bit of heaviness to his game today.
It's not happening for us today. It really just isn't happening for us today. Just can't get anything right today. Just cannot
misses the ball. Right.
Arsenal corner. It's going to be an in-swinger. Odegaard. Oh,
Sketchy.
them two are intolerable on the sideline. They're intolerable. I hope we get an equaliser. They're intolerable. I can't stand them. They're such wind-up
Oh,
merchants.
he got a good header onto it. Havertz got lucky there. Spence into Bergvall. Lovely man. Why are you coming back inside? Is it Madison here? To Spence. Finds Sonny.
We just
Bad
can't
touch
do
from
anything.
Sonny.
We
Bad touch.
cannot do anything.
Bad
We
touch.
actually can't get anything right. We just can't get anything right. It's infuriating me now. It's absolutely infuriating me. We cannot do anything correct. Spence to Gray to Bergvall. Back to Kinski. Radu whips it to Johnson. Wins a throw in, does he?
Nope.
Oh my God. Rhea pumps it long. Where the fuck is Porro? On his ass again. Havertz. Odegaard plays it in behind. Good tracking back, Bergvall. Where's Porro though? How's that gone down that side? Where is
no sense. Come on, boys. Need to try to find some momentum here. Gray. Kinski. Goes long with the left. Into Solanke.
Ref, get out his way. He's had to bend his run because the fat referee's in the way.
Also, I just feel like the touch is kind of into his central area. I'm just surprised no Spurs player is within 20 yards of him. Why is no one within 20 yards of Solanke? Is he supposed to bring it down, take a touch, take 2 touches, and then play people with that? Like, that seems hard to ask.
Oh, come on, Spurs. Please. It's not too much to ask, Jack. It really isn't.
Got to have someone close to him for the second ball, though, don't you?
Yeah. But these are the basics of football, Jack. You know, if you're pinning to your striker, you got to get up. You got to get players up around them, right? You know, for the knockdown.
Yeah, you want him to bring it down, but like once he does, like
then the whole time.
You want to be someone got to be close. It didn't seem like there was anyone within 20 yards on the picture. Like you're saying though, Dave, we just can't seem to do anything right. Kulu, come on, man, need you, Kulu. Good touches. Oh.
And he gives away the foul. Oh, please.
He did well there initially, but what services Dom had, said Michael. He's had none in the penalty area, but to him up top, it just feels like we're doing it wrong. Like him and Kinski are just not on the same wavelength.
Just cannot hold up the ball.
Anytime we're getting it into him, it's just gone astray. It's just gone back to Arsenal.
Oh, brilliant. Well on, Madison. Oh, no. Good save, Kinski.
Right place. Come on, lads. We need some momentum back. I don't know what... I mean, we need to get it into Sonny. We need to get into Kulu, but even they're not really getting a foothold of the game.
The subs haven't even worked.
Subs haven't necessarily worked.
Oh, no.
Poor giveaway.
Oh, no.
Sterling, well thank the Lord. Man. Thank you, Bergvall. Thank you, Bergvall, man. Keeping us in the game here.
Sterling was very honest not going down there. Oh, we're switching off all over the shop now.
Come on, lads, please.
Johnson, get on your motor. You're only on the pitch. Bergvall, good ball to Kulu. Come on, Kulu, please. Someone make a run for him. Pulls it back to Johnson.
Shoots it.
Straight off the guy in front of him, and he holds it.
It's not the right option either. Kulu, can he whip one in? Just over Solanke.
But what's Son doing dropping off there? How's he not in there challenging? You see Arsenal players in there the whole
How are
time.
you supposed to get it to Son there? Like, that's the thing.
Exactly.
Like, he has to make a run. Yeah, you're right. Has to make a run. Behind for Solanke. Can he hold on to it? Well done, lad.
Just lay it off.
Is
He's
it
off.
offside? For fuck's sake. We can't do
Fucking
anything
hell.
today.
Honestly, if he does
We
this
can't
for
do
5 more
anything
minutes, I
today.
want him off.
We can't do anything today right. We can't do anything right.
Another 10 minutes of this from Slanky and I want him off. It's not even his fault, but, like, you know, you got to try
Nothing's worked.
something.
No, nothing's worked. We need to just try something different.
Don't tell me he gets away from two of you, please.
Get rid of it into Solanke. Well, so clunky, man. He caught off balance there. So clunky.
I didn't even nearly got Kulu up top at this point.
Yeah. I think you do look to bring Richarlison on if he has 20 minutes in him. Can we clear this, please? Back clearance from Spence. Good block, though. Good recovery. Poro, man,
yeah,
and Kulu. Both of you lads. Oh, my
that's
lord.
a
And it's
penalty.
gone down.
That's a penalty.
Just kicked a lump out of us there.
Why are we letting that ball bounce in the penalty area? This could be a penalty here for Trossard.
He went down. Kulu. Oh, no,
No.
he swings there.
Lucky.
Well done, Kulu. Thank you for not stepping in there.
Oh, we got lucky there. Martinelli coming on to inflict more pain now, is he?
But Poro and Kulu there, Dave, both like don't even go for the ball. They let it bounce in their own penalty area. Letting a ball bounce in your own penalty area.
It's the basics of defending. You never let that ball. If you were actually taught that when you're 3 years of age, that going down to your first football lesson.
It's a danger sign if that's ever happening for a Premier League team.
You're taught, don't let that ball bounce, in the penalty area. You go meet it. Come on, can we get close to an Arsenal player? Can we even just get close to one? They're popping it around us now for sport.
Pedro. Come on, Kulu. Please, man.
Kulu. No. Handball.
Need Kulu to just get a foothold on the ball here. Madison also hasn't done anything.
Johnson's done nothing. Madison's done nothing since they've come on.
I would look to get Richarlison on for Solanke one if Richarlison is available at some point.
Solanke's been god awful today.
Sterling's off. He hasn't really done a whole lot.
He's a tricky customer as
we
well.
Need someone to get into the game. Just need someone to carry us. Someone to be that guy that can just pick up this team here.
Just need a bit of quality.
Yeah. We say that a lot of times.
Yeah. Kinski.
Really loves to wait till the final moment, and he plays it out.
But why is he waiting so long? Like, where's the options? Why is he waiting so long to the point where he's nearly getting caught? The four players just obviously aren't getting themselves in front of the ball, in front of their man, looking for the option, saying, give it to me. He's having to wait so long. It's a joke. Keeper. Jesus. Oh, no. Whoa. Not there, guys. Not there, please.
Done, Jed. Well done by Kinski there.
Come on, Johnson, chase that. He's a kid.
Someone's got to be close.
Again, you're right. No one there anticipating getting up behind them. That is, please, 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 fucking take him off. That is such a stupid head loss there from Pedro Porro. That is stupid.
Uh-oh. Well, basketball dribble here.
I can't believe Porro's gone and done that. King Arden says it ain't over while we're only one behind. That's true, my man. That is very true. But we need to start showing some little bit of quality here. I mean, the 3 forward players can't make the pass between them. It's been like that all fucking game. You know, one player holds it up and the other player's 20 miles away from him. It's disgraceful.
Please, like he just blindly does it as well.
Again, it's just bouncing off Solanke. It is just bouncing off him.
We're just... Oh, no, into Rice here. Please, lads. Dragishin. Gray there at the near post to defend it.
See, again, another one where Solanke can't hold it up. It just comes straight back up at us. Like, what's this side shit? Just get in front of your man. Make yourself big. Take it down on the chest. He's trying to get side on, trying to take it down with the boot. It's honestly brain dead.
Our first touch has been diabolical, says Brett.
Please get Richarlison on. Please. I can't watch the ball just being bounced around up there one more time.
Good ball in behind. Oh, Raya does well. Damn. Still 30 minutes to get it really jammy.
Yeah.
Draw, says Skunkworks. Yeah, that's, I think, what we're hoping for. It need to get some type of semblance of momentum.
We definitely ain't going on to win this game anyway, that's for sure. Being atrocious.
Unless they really bottle it. Dragishin in behind here.
Please.
Pedro. Johnson. Finds Kulu. Kulu one-on-one. Finds Madison. Madison, I feel like gets it caught under his feet, but I think he overruns it there. He almost overruns it. Or Kulu doesn't. Maybe he got it running behind. I don't even know. We just can't. They're professional footballers who should not have to make me have to explain how they're breaking this down every single time, it feels like. That's what's been my whole time this season. It's just trying to explain to you guys how the move keeps breaking down instead of explaining to you guys how the move ended up being completed. We always just break everything down.
See, there's a striker coming out in front of his man, doing everything to fucking get on the end of it. Solanke's always coming inside on.
Mm-hmm.
Just by doing that alone, he's after helping Arsenal gain possession.
Matter should have hit that first time, says Sean.
Yeah. Should have went for the toe ball first time, you're right. If I see Johnson jogging around one more time, he's only come on the pitch. Go and sprint at him with a bit of fucking intensity. Go on, Solanke. Go on. Oh, come on, Kulu.
Son mops it up. Giveaway from Timber.
Spence. Come on, Spurs. Let's try and fashion a chance here. Come on. Dragusin. Oh my God.
It's like we're all
We
speaking a different language in a different
yeah,
sport here. It's like we're playing a different sport.
it
We
feels
can't
like that,
complete
Jack.
more than 2 to 3 passes of any kind. We can barely get into their final third, let alone create a chance. Barely can get a good first touch or a good sort of decision from anyone.
We just can't string two passes together in the forward line. Like none of them. There's no combination play. There's no link-up play.
Yeah.
Look at these Arsenal players. There's combinations, movement. We're just so static. And then when you do go to try and play a combination bag, we look like we've never played fucking football before. It look like we've never
Yeah.
trained together before.
Yeah.
Now we're sitting off Arsenal and letting them pop it around. Are they brain dead? We're fucking 1-0 down with 20 minutes to go. Or 2-1 down with 20 minutes to go. Go and press them. Go and force the issue. Look at that. Just popping around there. Bodies free everywhere. Here we go. We get punished now. We are so lucky.
He's just dribbled it in past 5, 6,
We
7
are
players
so
and inside the whole box.
Just the lack of intensity is so concerning here. This is a North London derby. And we're just, look at them, jogging around. Bergvall jogging, Gray, Spence, fucking Dragusin, all jogging there, allowing Martinelli just to run through them. Who would have got with the corner kick?
Cleared away by Berg. Foul on Sonny or out for a throw-in? Looks like it's out for a throw-in. Archie. Spence. Well done, Spence. Sir. Spence. It's a good ball. Looked like a good ball. Hard to say. Maybe it's overhit. Hard to tell. I couldn't even tell there. I mean, we're constantly just watching moves getting broken down, so it's hard to tell whether that was even a bad ball by Spence. At least he showed some initiative. That's how low the standards are getting.
Yep. Fucking Jesus Christ. This is hurting my eyes. I feel like I need to wash my eyes out. We're so turgid going forward. And this isn't just one game, it's all season long.
Now wide to Jed.
Good movement, Bergvall. Please, Madison. Porro. Out to Kulu. Good ball back to Porro. On to Johnson.
Good
Johnson.
ball.
Just good cross. No one there. It's actually a decent ball, to be fair.
It is. Just between everyone, though. No one there anticipating it.
Well on, Gray. Madison. Johnson.
Oh my Lord, man. It's really that poor.
That's a basic pass.
It's a basic pass. And then also just take your space and then play it. He's so quick to want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take more than 2 or 3 touches on. He doesn't back himself to. Well
Oh,
done,
well
good
done.
poke. Fuck.
Oh. Get up now. Okay, we got it. Get up.
Hulu into Solanke. Solanke! Ah, man,
Yeah, it just takes
please.
way too long to shoot. He drives. Do you know what he does there? He just runs straight into the player and balloons it off him. Seriously.
Please, Solanke, man. Dragishin gets cut back inside.
Oh, Jesus.
Kinski
Kinski
nearly
didn't
takes
know
off the
anything about
face.
that. He didn't know anything about that. What are we allowing them to do? They have so much time on the ball. That's shocking from Solanke, that.
Yeah.
Come on, Kulu. Here we go. This is a good break. Come on, Kulu. Johnson, make a move. Wait, moves way too late. Madison. To Son. Come on, Sonny. Come on, Sonny. Please don't lose it, Kulu. Where is the movement? They're all standing around. Look how void of confidence they all look in possession. No, never on. Never on, Sonny. Never fucking on, Sonny. We play the most stupid balls in world football. We really do.
We had so much space. What the F are we doing, says Tyler. Yeah, I mean, we don't know how to do it. We look so...
They're all void of confidence. They're all standing
we
there.
look so brain dead.
You take responsibility. And then when we do go to make a move, Son plays that ball to Madison. It's never all Madison's doing is dragging players away. Get turned. It's just brain dead.
They all look like... None of them look like they know how to do anything. They don't look like they know how to play football with each other. Just don't know. Like, they seriously don't look like they know how to play off of each other. Like, they don't know each other's games. They don't know each other's movements.
Yeah.
They don't even know what each other's foot is.
Don't even know each other's name.
Richie needs to come on, though, now that it's 20 minutes. I mean, surely he's fit enough for 20 minutes.
How much longer do you give Solanke? He's been
That's
atrocious.
what I'm saying, Dave. I mean, I would have taken him off 60th minute, but maybe the thing is that Richarlison's only fit for so much minutes. But surely if you leave him on the bench, he's fit for 15, 20. If he's on the bench, he's got to be fit for 15, 20 minutes. You got to bring him on.
Like, I know that's a half chance there, and it's probably a bit harsh, but you just got to... He
hasn't done anything
straight
today.
into the player, runs at him, and then drives it straight at him.
He hasn't done anything right today.
No, Spence, not the play, Spence. Just go back to Kinski.
Oh, no.
Here we go. 3-1 incoming now.
Good block. He's got to put in Richie now, man. I'm going to smash my head against the wall. Says 24. It feels that way. It's one of...
Do you know what?
I mean, it's only 2-1. It's only 2-1, but we haven't really played well at any period for this entire game.
We haven't even put a 5-minute period together.
Kinski has not had a good day.
No. None of the players have, really.
Oh my gosh. How have they all gotten around you, lads?
It's getting beyond it's getting to the point where it's getting borderline disgraceful.
We look like a non-league team here.
Yeah.
Still 2-1, though. We can shithouse something. I agree, King Huddle. Can we?
Honestly, I just have no faith in that forward line.
No, I don't either. It will have to be Arsenal practically kicking it in their own net. Come on, Solanke, please.
Ref, at what point? At what point?
How's that not a yellow card, then? If he's been brought down there, how is that not a yellow card? Oh, thank God.
Who's he coming on for, though? Is Ange going with 2 strikers up top, or is he thanking Solanke off? I think they're not running derby. You got to go for it, right?
I mean, Solanke's been that useless, though.
Yeah, very true.
We haven't said Sonny's name, though, at all this half, said Drew, which I agree.
Neither winger has got into it this half. Madison has been anonymous. Who's Richie coming on for? Son?
You could pick almost anybody to take off, I guess.
I don't know if that's the right decision. Not London Derby, though, Jack.
Yeah, same here. I kind of
Chimney
felt like
scored. I'm not sure that is the right decision here.
he wants to keep Solanke on.
Well, that means the ball has to go down the right and they have to get balls into the box. Johnson, please just find one cross. Well on, Solanke. Come on, let's try and force the issue here with 12 minutes to go. Come on, Richie. If there's any time now.
Well, get it into the box,
Put it
Ball.
in.
Get it into the box.
Oh
Oh
my
Lord,
God.
boys.
Oh
Boys.
my God.
You just got to
Oh.
do something there. You have the space. You have the space, Ball. What the hell, man?
But even the return pass.
You can't do anything. Sorry, Dave. Sorry.
No. But even the return pass, even that pass there from Porro, I mean, it's just, you're right. We can't do anything. We can't even do the basics. It's so hard to watch going forward. It is so hard to watch. And if this doesn't scream, regardless who's the manager, that we need a fucking another forward player in here out wide, I don't know what does.
Inexplicable U-turn by Bergvall. Yeah, why on earth is he turned around?
Yeah, I agree. He should have put the ball in. He should.
That or take your space there, have a shot or something. I don't even know.
You got Richarlison at the back post. Put it straight up for him.
Come on to it here, and he's done well. He's got Jet Spence. Sir!
Penalty, please. You owe us, ref. Is he giving the goal kick?
Giving a goal kick. Fucker, man.
The referee owes us. He bloody owes us.
Please, sir.
No, there's not enough there.
Great pass from Richarlison. I agree, Lisa.
It's a great ball from Richie.
That was his first action.
First impact. What the fuck have Son and what has Son done all game? What has Johnson done since? Come on, where's Madison?
Son, any of them. Kulu, any of them. Even Madison and as well. Any of them. Like, literally anyone. No one has done anything this game. And then Richie comes on, does that instantly. It's probably the best bit of quality we've seen for 30-odd minutes. $10 minutes here to shithouse something. Johnson cushioned into Kulusevski.
Kulu. That's shocking.
Porro into Bergvall. Find Porro. You find Kulu here.
Hey.
Good touch from Kulu.
It's heavy all the time now. It's just all the fucking time now. Oh, I'm losing the will to live here. Jack, I'm losing the will to live, lad.
No one can do anything right this game, Dave. Just no one. No one can do anything. Any bit of 2-3 passes, someone's gonna break it down. Someone.
Even that, it's great play to work it there. And then Kulu just takes the heavy touch.
Like you're tossing around a water balloon or something, and it's just someone's just gonna break it. It's just nothing. No one can do it.
How many times has Kulu given away the ball today, actually? He gave away it with the pass there a minute ago, and then that as well.
It's not even that with Kulu for me. I couldn't really tell you what he's actually done to create anything. And that's what I feel like with the majority of everyone in this game. What have they actually done to create anything?
Ref. The amount of challenges on Spence today, surely one of them's on a yellow. You just let him away with it again, do we? You only book Tottenham players. Good turn, Madison. Can he find the pass?
Porro, yeah.
Hold it, Johnson. Well done. Well done, Bergvall.
Oh.
Good feet. Saucy feet. Someone help him. Someone make a run. Porro. Come on, you got Slanky and Richie there. It's the wrong ball. He's got to
Needs
put
to be
more off on
behind the
that.
back line. You need
Yeah.
to get it behind the back line, not in front of them.
Give them a fighting chance, for fuck's sake. Madison.
Balls!
Oh, well done, Raya. He's done so well to come and claim that.
I didn't think he would.
He has done so well to come and claim that. Oh, it's a great claim.
For Charles, it just smacks it out of his hands. Jed. Oh, he gets it stuck behind him. Jed. Gotta get rid of it, man.
Someone move for him. Come on,
Oh,
Richie.
my
Why are
lord.
you standing there? Well, that's not good enough for Richie. You got to move. If he's running, you got to make the run off.
Running behind, yeah.
Yeah.
Tierney.
Oh, no.
Oh, my lord.
Off the post. So lucky. So lucky.
Oh, we're giving it away there. Come on, boys. Poro. Johnson. Into Poro.
Yeah, I think he wanted Spence to move there. It's on to Richie.
For
Come on, Richie.
Charleston.
Run at him. Run at him, Richie. Come on.
Into
Good ball.
Solanke. Fuck.
Good defending. Good corner kick. That's brilliant from Richarlison. Like, you just question what other people would be doing if this is the impact.
Charleston's that impact.
It's another great ball. He knows exactly what Solanke wants there as well as a striker.
He makes it look easy there. Like you
Come
said,
on,
Dave.
Spurs.
Like everyone else. How has no one else made it look that easy?
Come on, Spurs. Let's go. Come on. Let's try and get something here. This is the opportunity. Let's play them at their own game here.
Sir. Taking out Bergvall there, ref.
Another 2 subs here for Arsenal. Bergvall, stop chatting back. We can't afford to waste time. Come on, man. Bergvall, come on. Get your head in the game. You're 18, man. Now's not the time to get embroiled in that stuff. Oh, my God. He's just killing time here.
Had enough. Dave and Jack can't take no more rubbish. Well,
I don't
Moondog,
blame
there's
you,
still a bit of
Moondog.
time for us to be able to do hopefully this at some point. There's still hopefully a bit of time. But happy birthday to Charlie. Like I said,
Yeah.
don't listen to Dave's advice. Don't listen to Dave's advice. Tell Charlie to get the cake out, get the sodas.
Hopefully he has a better. Hopefully he's had a good day. I'm sure
Bit
you
of a
made
good
it special
takeaway.
for him, Moondog.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Moondog. Come on, Spurs, please. Try and get one here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Get out there, Porro.
Cleared away by Bergvall.
Oh. Now he doesn't know where the ball is, for fuck's sake. Right, come on, Spurs. We just need one bit of quality, please. Gray, Spence, onto Richarlison. It's free on him. Come on, Richarlison. Not getting broiled in it, my man. Let's go. Bergval. Good ball to Richie.
Couldn't hold it up that time.
No foul. Can't afford to let these waste any more time. Get out. 89 minutes on the clock. I wonder how much we'll get added on. Surely there's at least 5, 6, 7 minutes here. The amount of subs that Arsenal have made. Well done. Let's go. Come on.
Well
Good
done.
ball out to Johnson. It's better from Solanke. Come on, Spurs. Show some urgency here. Space here for Richie.
Richarlison whips it in. At least he's taking initiative, man. He's doing more than what anyone else has tried, in fucking 90 minutes.
It's one thing you can't accuse him of not doing, and that's trying, for sure.
He's just at least attempting things that actually, when someone is making a run, he's trying to play it. It just seems like there were so many opportunities in first or second half with other players to do that.
Yeah.
We weren't even doing that. Don't get me wrong, though. When we even did try things, then we couldn't actually pull it off because we couldn't get a first touch. We couldn't get a good pass in. It's probably one of the only guys that's even completed a ball into the box.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Please, ref.
Oh, fucking hell.
Can't even, again, just how many times can we say it? We can't string together more than 2 passes.
Well held up, Richie. Well, go on, Spence. Brilliant from Spence. Someone help him, guys. Richie.
Good ball.
Porro. No. Solanke!
Audacious.
Oh, at least we're fucking trying something.
Richarlison, man, if only we had him for longer than the 10 minutes he's been on.
Oh.
He's the only guy that's probably done literally anything. Like, that's the thing. We haven't done anything for 90 minutes, and he's been on for 10. And he's done more than I can recall Solanke has done in 90 minutes. He's done more than I can recall. Madison has done. Sonny has done. Kulusevski has done. Like, anything.
Oh, it's
For
not a
his.
bitter pill to swallow. Good ball, Borgval. Come on, Kulu. On to Porro. Great to Spence. Two minutes to go. Don't look like getting anything from this at all. Even Radu Dragoson's gone up front now. Radu wins it.
Good
Madison.
header. Find someone, matters.
Play someone.
Find someone, man.
Kulu, look at the overlap.
Oh, it's heavy.
Oh.
Into Pedro.
Oh, nearly catches Ray out. Corner kick, come on. Surely is it? Don't tell me they're giving the goal kick here. Oh, it's off the post. Oh, it's off the post. I don't believe it.
No one's touched it, though.
Oh. Oh, well, that's it. Well, that's saying Tottenham's there for them now. They've done those home and away. Give it back to Bergval, Kulu. Come on, Richarlison. Get it in. Oh, there you have it. Game over. A defeat in another London derby. Away from home. 2-1 to the good. Just getting testing times as a Tottenham fan. Just getting testing times.
It was one of the more boring performances I've ever seen from us in North London derby.
I think it's one of our worst performances ever in a North London derby, Jack, to be quite
Just in
frank.
the sense of doing nothing for 90 minutes. I mean, we have done literal zilch. I mean, it was just 11 guys just sort of running about, kicking a ball. Really,
that's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like.
It seemed like they had no idea how to play with each other. Like you said, didn't even know each other's names. There was like hard pressed to even think of many good chances that we even had like in the game. It's hard to even think of good chances, if not any at all. It was probably one of the more lackluster, boring performances we've seen in general this season. Like, we had more opportunities in almost any of the other recent games that we played. This was just sad to watch. This was just a team that boring and boring and boring. It was just one of the more lackluster performances we've seen.
Do you know what, Jack? For me, it's getting to the point where my anger is gone. You know, and I've had this feeling with Jose, Nuno, Conte. You know, where you don't even get angry at losing anymore. You just expect it. You know, and look, this is an North London derby. We got fucking bullied. We got absolutely bullied all first half. I don't want to hear about, oh, we tried to come back in the second half. They've done exactly what Newcastle done. Stop back, break us down. And again, Tottenham Hotspur do not have the answers. We're so void of quality going forward. Again, teams sit back, come on, what have you got? And we have absolutely nothing.
Nope. Hopefully people can still hear me. I'm not sure what happened there. I tried to refresh maybe my link, and it seemed like maybe Dave disappeared there. I don't know, everybody. I was just sort of saying for a sec that I just think this is one of the more boring performances that I've seen from this team, in a while, and one of the more boring performances I've seen in North London Derby in some time. I'm not really too sure what's to say. I'm gonna try to bring Dave back in here. Sorry about that, Dave. Not sure what happened. Okay. That's funny it happened because I was trying to refresh myself there, but I'll bring you in. I don't know, man. Like I was saying, I just think it was one of the more boring performances that I've ever seen in a North London derby. I mean, I think the effort was there from certain players. Just once again, though, there was no real quality of any kind that I saw in this game. Felt like just everybody was just incapable of completing a single pass, single good first touch. It's just really, really just kind of sad to watch. Really just kind of like head wrecking. Like I said, it's kind of like, killing brain cells sometimes watching this team, have to play at times. It's just so, so frustrating. But yeah,
Absolutely done him in, that kid. He kept them quiet. You look at Solanke, look, it was always going to be a tough afternoon up against Salib and Gabriel, but anything that did come his way largely just bounced off the guy for most of the game. Look, Sonny, bar that strike at goal, what did he actually do in today's game? Zilch. Then you look at the players we bring off the bench. James Madison, what did he do? He tried. He done some little intricate play way back further, but that's not what we brought him in here for. We brought him in here for creativity in and around the area. Done nothing. You bring on Brennan Johnson. Done absolutely zilch yet again. When you're bringing on Richarlison and he's chucked 3 or 4 good, decent enough crosses into the box, being able to straight away slide through the ball straight in behind for Spence. What the fuck is everyone else doing across that forward line? And this is what I keep speaking about. They are so void of confidence. You asked me, Jack, coming into this North London derby, do you think we'll get some out of that? I said, you know what, Jack? I don't think we've got the forward line to break them down. I don't even think they've got the confidence, and you can see that today. Therefore, period, they're all trying to play these intricate 2-yard balls in front of each other on the edge of the box looking pretty. No one wants to move. No one wants to try and drag players away. No one wants to try and, create half a yard, put a shot in, play a slide rule ball in behind. But I'm watching Arsenal's B-wingers do that today against us, run at us, put good quality balls into the box, put us under pressure. We didn't put them under any pressure. We were lucky to be 1-0 up with Son. We all knew that. But we were absolutely shocking today. Arsenal from minute one, they bullied us, they
outclassed from the
outrun us,
start.
they outfought us, and then in possession, look at them moving around, popping the ball around like there's no tomorrow. Look at us. We make the game of football look difficult. We can't string 2-3 passes together. We can't put one cohesive move together. It's getting to the point, it's actually getting that bad, that any player that steps in is already initially having an initial impact, and we're looking for him to save us. As soon as Bergvall stepped in, starting to have an impact, same with Spence, now we're Richarlison. What is everyone else doing out there? That's how bad it is, that as soon as someone comes in and does something half decent, we're saying he's got to play, he's got to play. It's absolutely pathetic. And if I'm him, I'd take a long, hard look at myself. I don't mind losing the North London derby as long as we're willing to show up and at least try and contest it, at least try and fight. And we didn't. And do you know what? I'm going to say it. The tactics didn't help today. Like we
No.
all said, we're sitting here at halftime guessing. What was the tactics here? What was the tactics to try and navigate what they're trying to do? The tactics was piss poor from the off. They didn't work, And then we just again just some of the sloppy goals we concede. I'm glad Postecoglou hauled the two midfielders off at halftime, Basuma and Sarr, make them accountable for their mistakes. But again, it's just so avoidable. Kinski should have saved that last one as well. But at the end of it, I'm not going to put it on the 18-year-old. He's only walked into the 21-year-old. He's walked into this situation. He's inherited this situation, and to a degree, the last two games, we wouldn't have got the results without him. But, he's been let down by, again, players that have been here a long time. Don't get me wrong, there's an element of fatigue. There's only so long you can keep giving that excuse. You've got to put points on the board. What are we going to keep sitting here and saying, oh, we're fatigued all the way to the relegation zone? I'm sorry, it can't happen. This now makes Leicester a six-pointer, Everton a six-pointer. And with the way we're going forward, I don't back us breaking any of them down, Jack.
No, today was just probably one of the worst performances I've seen in terms of, again, the quality that we have, in terms of our players trying to just connect single moves, just trying to get moves started, try to be able to get any sort of opportunity or chance fastened in the final third. We're just so devoid of any quality whatsoever. Then also at times too, it feels like not only devoid of quality, but devoid of any real initiative. Like players don't really even want to try
No.
things. It feels like you're looking at Richarlison and it's I granted towards the end of the game, maybe Arsenal a bit more tired, but he's like 40 yards away from the goal and he's still trying to just create a bit of space, get a good ball into the box, still like trying to play runners that are making runs in behind. And Solanke, I didn't think did anything right, but it just was strange then that all of a sudden, once Richarlison's in the game, he's linking play, and he's finding guys and just makes you question, this game where we were devoid of any quality, but then we were also devoid of any guys that really wanted to try to stick their neck out there and try anything. It felt like in possession. And, we were also as well just so poor just throughout the game and just outclassed tactically, like you said, Dave. But just from the minute one, we didn't get going. And then pretty much until, 95th minute, we still didn't get going. We were just outdone, outplayed, outfought, outthought. Bit
Outrun.
similar to almost like Crystal Palaces and maybe other performances of the past where no real any takeaways from the game. Yes, we were hard done by the referee, of course, but like you can't even really make that as like a big hill or anything to die on. You can't make that as a real sort of gripe or anything because we didn't deserve anything really from this game. We were lucky even being 1-0 up. We didn't do
Yeah.
much of anything. So
Scoreline was very kind to us today. Very,
it
very kind
very,
to us.
very kind to us. And so
And
the
this is an
referee
important
giving
aspect,
them the
by the way.
lead there, it's not even really like we can make a big deal of it because we didn't deserve much of anything in this game.
And this is an important Arsenal team, by the way. They come into this 2 losses off the, on the bounce. They came into this out of form. A bit of a confidence issue, and we got absolutely railroaded by them. Well, completely railroaded. It was one way all the first half, and I don't want to hear about, we got at grips with it in the second half. We fucking didn't. They sat off us. They allowed us possession and said, come and break us down, exactly like Newcastle did. And again, we just don't have the answers. When you're looking at Bergvall tonight, you're shining light in the midfield. You've got 28-year-old Basuma there, 22-year-old Papa Massar, a 20-odd-year-old Madison, It's not good enough. You look at Jed Spence, again, another shining light, blocked up most that come down that right-hand side. The back line, bar Pedro Porro defensively. I think the large Gray, Dragosin, Spence, they done what they could. But again, Jack, I'd argue it's another game where we've been rattled by the atmosphere. We've seen it at Galatasaray. We were out of the game before it even started. You're seeing it tonight again, rattled by the atmosphere. It's just, there's so much wrong with this team. There's no leadership. There's no accountability. There's no movement. We look void of all quality going forward. And I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. But when you look at the back of the Tamworth game, when you look at the back of the Arsenal game, and a lot of the complaints I've had this season, unless they bring 4 players in for Postecoglou this January, I think, and I've always said this January is very important for Postecoglou and for the club. I think they won't make any decisions until February. But, when you look at it, it's all the hallmarks of a team that the manager will end up paying the price. It was the same with Conte, the same with Jose.
Slipping down that Premier League, right? Yeah.
Getting to the point, Jack, where you couldn't execute simple passes. Do you have players trying 100%? There's no quality going forward. You're sitting there scratching your eyes out. When we go forward now, there's no excitement with us, Jack. We're sitting here, Kulu, Johnson. Oh, you know what I mean? There's no excitement out of anybody when the ball goes forward. We are so devoid of quality, and just from what I'm seeing, from the evidence now, it just looks like the hallmark of something that's coming to the end of its tenure. That, if we lose to Everton, if we don't beat Leicester, even if we draw them, there's a decision to be made in January, because you are teetering on that in the Premier League. These are two massive 6 pointers, and we better go out there and absolutely railroad them, because if we don't, the questions need to be asked. Because when everything gets, regardless whether it's Postecoglou's fault, regardless whether people want to blame the players or Levy or anything like that, at the end of the day, there has to be something to change, just to sort of rejuvenate it. You look at West Ham, they look like they couldn't break anyone down under Lopetegui. Now all of a sudden they look rejuvenated to a certain degree under Graham Potter. They look like they know what they're doing. And if this continues like this, I do think February, I think, could be a very interesting month. I've always said it. I don't think they were ever going to pull the trigger in January because of all the cup games. I do think Postecoglou would have to win, the two league games come the back end of the month. And, in order to get players in here, what players are going to sign when you don't have a manager and you don't know what's going on? So he's always going to see February. But I think there's a huge decision to be made in February. After that Liverpool semi-final, I think a huge decision to be made, because the thing is, Son's not a bad player. Solanke, he's not a bad player. And even they just look void of confidence. They look like the soul is
Can't
sucked
do
out of
anything
them,
right anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Dave. Yeah. And they just
No.
can't do anything right anymore. You're right. No, all of them. And these are supposed to be guys that we would think going into this season could be carrying us, could be, the talisman, and they've just been devoid of any quality, of any real ability. And it just, yeah, we're headed in the wrong direction. Also, just Dave, you look at the Premier League form in isolation, we have been very much carried recently by just getting through in the cups. And,
Yeah.
credit to Ange and credit to these players for giving us that bit of thing to cling on to. But if we weren't through in these cups, I mean, he probably would be out of a job at this stage, because the Premier League, is just a very bleak picture. It's just the cups that people, I guess, are retaining hope for. Yeah.
Oh, but you know what, Jack? It's getting to the point where I don't think anyone's hurting with the defeats. Well, they're hurting, but we're just sort of getting used to it. There's no anger behind it anymore. It's
Hmm.
just sort of like we've been here before. It's the same old problems. There's no anger behind it. And once you start hitting that point, it sort of tells you everything you need to know. Because to a degree, it is sort of sucking the passion out if you're not even getting angry anymore at these defeats. Everyone feels them. Everyone's hurting. But we're just so used to it. And even when we go down now as well, there's no belief that we're going to come back. When we first started on the Postecoglou, we always had that belief. We were making substitutions, we were impacting games, and we always said, what, we're not out of this. But now this season, as soon as we go behind, I just, it saps all my confidence. Go back and look at all the watch-alongs. As soon as we go behind, I've just no faith that we're going to come back, because I'm just seeing it time and time and time again.
Yeah.
We lack the necessary fight. They're lacking the fight out there. They're losing the fight. If they very well could still be, all four hands in the dressing room. They might not want a different way of playing, but the reality is, they're losing the fight. They're losing the love. And that's the truth of it.
Well,
This is
even if
North London Derby. This is self-motivating, Jack. If you can't get up for this, then what are we doing?
they do like this style of play, and even if they do like Ange, they're just simply not good enough, though, at playing his style, and they're not good enough at been executing it. And something's got to go. Either them, they got to be moved off, and they have to, just sort of see out the rest of the season in the best way they can. But then we'll have to be moved on, or Ange does. But they're just not good enough to execute what he's been doing. I mean, today was just one of, like I said, the worst performances in terms of just like us doing anything. Like we literally did nothing. It felt like
But
for
this
close
is
to
the
90
thing, Jack.
minutes.
I think, most Spurs fans are tolerable if we gave it everything and said, what, we come out the wrong side of the scoreline. But we fucking gave it everything. We fought for the ball, we battered down the door. I think most Spurs fans would go, do you know what? Young squad, young players out there, fair play to them, commendable effort, we tried. But when we lose the way we lost today, where there's no fight, like me and you were screaming all game. You can't even complete 5-10 yard passes when there's no Arsenal player between them. It's not like you're asking them to knock it around an Arsenal player. There's no one between them. The ball's going up to the forward line. It's being bounced off them. There's not a midfielder inside or a winger inside looking to come up and pick up that second ball. You look at Arsenal, all they're doing is just moving players between the lines, popping it straight in there, and all of a sudden, we've got 5 players sprinting backwards to try and get after it. We are just not executing the basics at all. It's just becoming absolutely draining, man.
Yeah.
Draining.
Queen Ellie saying we did better in the second half, but that final ball and the fight to win the ball was just so poor this game. And then earlier, frankly, Tottenham was saying Levy might be looking for a new manager soon. And then he also had a super chat saying, do they know where the middle of the pitch is to play on? There were periods where Arsenal players, you felt like they were just taking like 20 yards of space, just walking through the midfield. It was really absent, both in the second half and in the first. Sarr didn't do very much. Basuma didn't do very much. Madison didn't do very much. Kulusevski didn't do very much. It was just a day where the midfield was, I think,
Everyone
pretty
went
absent.
hiding.
Everybody was poor.
Everyone went hiding. I actually feel sorry for Spence, Gray, and Dragusin there today, and Porro to a degree, because we're trying to play the ball around the back, try and keep a bit of possession. There's no movement from the winger to come in and take that ball off them or provide an option. Same with the centre midfielders. They're all sitting in behind their men. And for me, I've always said this, that's hiding. How are you expecting him to find you in behind your guy? It's complete hiding away from the situation. You're not up for the fight. You're just willing to allow it. You're rolling over, bending over and taking it. There's no fight. People are hiding. They're hiding in behind the man going, oh, you can't find me. It's not my problem. No. Move for the ball. Get in, move 5 yards to the left, 5 yards to the right, a position to be able to receive it. They won't even do that. I felt so sorry for Spence. How many times did he get the ball? He gets turned even though he's being pressed, and there's just no one there moving to support him.
Yeah.
It's absolutely shambolic. Same with Archie Gray, same with Dragusin. You're looking at Basuma and Sarr. One of you just drop in, take that ball, get turned, move it forward. Don't want to do it. Standing behind going, not my problem, you deal with it. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And look, Postecoglou is, by all means, he's going to get his critics after this game. His tactics is going to be pulled out. His lack of game plan or whatever went wrong in that first half is going to be severely questioned. And rightly so, I think it should. There should be an inquest. If we want to sort this shit out, there has to be an inquest. But then players also need it as well. You can't turn up to a North London derby like that, fatigued or not, You still get your body in the way. You still try and chase players down. You still try and make tackles. Arsenal absolutely walked through us tonight.
Ellie saying earlier we were pants apart from Bergvall and Spence, who started and were dreadful. Solanke was bad tonight, running away from the ball rather than holding it up for us, and Kulu was dreadful too. Ed Sweeting saying today was a very bad day for Ange. We couldn't even impose our football at all in this game. If we play well and lose, that's one thing, but we looked a level below today, and I think that's a good comment there from Ed Sweeting. And just going to catch up here, but we do have as well, I think, DG Dave saying we sucked, but to be honest, that corner was not even a corner. It changed the game. Do you think it changed the game, Dave? Like, do you think we could have gotten away with something today? Like, maybe could have gotten a draw out of it? Would Arsenal have scored in a different scenario? That's where I just feel hard-pressed to really complain about that corner. It's, again, another atrocious decision that doesn't go our way. But, we just didn't do anything this game that really gave me any sort of belief that I can stick my neck out there and be like, oh, yeah, we deserve something, hard done by. We were so dreadful. I can't even say it with any real cheek or anything, if you get what I mean. We were just that bad today that I find it hard to sort of say that, we could have gotten something had that decision gone the other way.
Don't get me wrong. I do. Look, how do I word this?
Probably more people agree with DG than maybe they do with me.
Look,
to be honest.
I do think it changed the game, right? Once they scored, it galvanized them, right? It gave them the confidence to push forward and go and get that second. It really did. It did change the game. We were relatively dealing with a lot of their set pieces very, very well to a large degree, and continue to do for the rest of the game. Continue to defend them very, very well all night long. And if that doesn't go their way, eventually they start losing belief, and we start gaining a bit more control in the game. However, what is Papa Matasar doing? It's the ball that was given away that led to the corner kick. It's just, what is he doing? It's just headless, running straight, barreling straight into a player. Stop just sprinting forward, running straight into people. Get turned, try and go down the sideline, try and pick up a throw and try and get us up the field. Yeah. Just use your brain. Just try and be smart. Why are you just barreling straight into some guy and looking for a free kick? But look, we have been on the wrong end of decisions. That you go back to that Newcastle game. Joe Linton, he had his hands behind his back, moved his hand to his side. They score off the back of it. We are on the wrong end of some really piss poor decisions that have altered two big games. That Newcastle one, that doesn't happen. We get a result.
Yeah.
That one today doesn't happen. We get a result. It changes the narrative around Tottenham. You're looking at it all of a sudden going, point against Newcastle, point against Arsenal. Not bad. We take it, move on to Everton, beat them. We're moving in the league in the right direction. But now we've lost them 2 games due to, look, us being poor enough, don't get me wrong, but also due to massive VAR decisions. Sometimes when you are poor, you just need the look. You need the referee to make the right decisions, and they're not doing it. We are on the receiving end, and they are changing the course of some of these big results, which in effect do change your momentum. You get a point at Newcastle, you get a point here. Your momentum is different. Your feeling in the dressing room is different. The narrative around Postecoglou is different. So they are affecting it. However, I've said this time and time again, Jack. Even when teams are going against you, sometimes the referees do go against you for whatever reason. That's when you need to step up and show even more fight. And we don't do that. And that's why it's hard to give them that pass. If they
Mm.
stepped up and showed fight and resilience within that, most people would look at that and go, yeah, that's the reason why. But I think anyone that does look at that is probably looking for an excuse today. And I'm not saying DG is looking for an excuse, but you can't deny how badly we were railroaded, how badly we were outplayed today, how badly we were outrun, outfought, our lack of quality. You can't sugarcoat that
Yeah.
with just a VAR decision. And like that's the problem. My problem is when the referees make these decisions, we go under. We go under. Where's your resilience, man? I've played football. I've been on the wrong end of VAR decisions or referee decisions. You know what I do? I corral my teammates. I say, look, it's going to beat them with quality then. They have no answer to that. That's one thing you can't have an answer to. But we don't do that. We just dive under. We just crumble.
Yeah, just for me personally, GG, I think everybody would be right to be pissed off and to be hard done by, with that decision over the corner. And some people in the chat, I think, have agreed with you saying like Spurs started to get maybe a sense of momentum back into the game. Then that happens, gives Arsenal sort of the leg back in it. And then it just is all them from there. So I do see that argument. It's just, we just never kicked on really, in my humble opinion, at any point in this game. Like we just never, to me, showed any real sign of getting really into the game. And so that's why it's just hard for me to really to make that case, or at least really stick my neck out and say that. But I think you are right. It's just I don't know how much credit I can really even give us today. That's if you get what I'm trying to say. Woodsy Hotspur, member for 3 months, Dave. Flat Cap member saying so poor, should have been a 5-1. Get Poch back if for the project, quote unquote. Pochettino is not coming back anytime soon, man. He's going to take on that American job, I think, and see that out. Maybe long time down the road, once that World Cup is over and everything, maybe
Yeah.
he'll probably be back into the mix, for potential options. But we'll already have still Ange Postecoglou or a different manager by then, right? So it's not sadly within the
Yeah.
universe of
Pochettino
possibility.
ain't coming back. He's got the World Cup. The World Cup is in America, if I'm correct as well. Why would you walk away from that? No way is he. And at the end of the day, we had our chance to get Pochettino back here. For whatever reason, Daniel Levy didn't want to extend the olive branch. And from my understanding, there's still stuff there between them that has never been sorted out on what went wrong at Tottenham. And because they weren't just, manager and chairman, they were really close friends. They used to holiday together. Their wives used to holiday together and stuff like that, So, the chances of Pochettino coming back here anytime soon is zilch.
Yeah.
You'll be looking elsewhere if you're looking for a new manager. Completely, you're looking elsewhere.
Ennio Rodrigo, Man United will overtake, and West Ham are above us now. Wow. Yeah, it's a hard thing to address and hard thing to acknowledge, but the Premier League form is just atrocious at this point, Ennio, and a lot of people are already starting to get really worried. What's interesting, though, is I felt like it was only like a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure if Dave was with me for that fan show, but it wasn't the last one or anything, but it might have been maybe 2 or 3 ago. And that was one of the questions I brought up where I said, like, is our Premier League sort of hopes and chances of, finishing inside a European spot, Europa League, Conference League, what have you, is that starting to slip away here? And is that really, out of the cards? And so a lot of people said I was being negative by suggesting that or saying that, that's a little too far, a little too early sort of thing. And not too sure if it was really. I'm not too sure if it was. I'm not saying I'm giving up yet. It was just like, well, you look at the table, like we're slipping further and further away, from like 7th, 8th. So, that's what we're talking about here.
But I think you also have to understand and factor in the fact that, we're going to have huge cup games. If Postecoglou's still in charge, he's going to prioritise the cup games.
Yeah.
So you are going to lose more points along the road here, unless we all of a sudden put all of our eggs in the league basket. And, then all of a sudden we're not going to be able to carry all 4 competitions this season. Something's going to give. But there's other factors you've got to take in. And I personally, Jack, I think our hopes of qualifying for Europe through the league is gone. I really do. I think you've got far too much ground to make up. Even to get inside the top half of the table now, you're talking 5, 6 points to make up. By the time you do that, all of a sudden you're coming out the back end of February. Let alone the other points you're going to make up on the teams above you. And when you're trying to sustain cups along it, you're going to pick weakened teams in the league to try and get over the line in a cup competition. So, I think for me it's gone now. Yeah.
Then Daniel Larson follows up, Dave, kind of around the same context, saying West Ham is above us, who sacked their manager for not even being good enough. But here we are still with Ange. I just don't get it. Much love to you guys, though. Great stream. Dave, I mean, it's kind of where a lot of people who aren't really too keen on Ange kind of stand. It's just like, this Premier League form and just the form in general just isn't tenable, whether they acknowledge the context around the injuries, the players not being good enough, the summer window letting him down. A lot of people are just kind of fed up at this point. They just feel like they have to go on to something else, whether it's ideal or not.
I've always said, Jack, I don't blame them if they feel like that. There's more than enough evidence. All I've ever said sort of is, that Tottenham aren't going to do anything this month with them. I just know they're not. They won't make any decision until February after that Liverpool Cup, Carabao Cup semi-final. They came out at the start of January and sort of alluded to that themselves. For now, Postecoglou's job is safe. But, you look at the league form, it is atrocious, and it is starting to get to the point where it is getting worrying. I've said this before, Jack. I don't think the club have the right characters if we do get embroiled in that battle to pull us out. And I don't think we've got the 4 players to pull us out at the end of the day. And I said 2 years ago, selling Harry Kane, this club will end up walking into a relegation battle. And here we are now. People call me absolutely mad. But at the end of the day, this is where it's interesting for the club because, yeah, we're still in cup competitions. But how long are you going to let the league form slide just to remain in them cup competitions and use that as the hope going forward? You know what I mean? So it's interesting what they're sort of feeling now. I think, look, like I said, I think if you don't beat Everton at the weekend.
The other thing too is you sort of thought that finishing outside of Europe is sort of unacceptable, really, for really the for the hierarchy and for the board. Like there was that year that they did it, finished outside under Conte, and that was really bad for them, right? They missed out on a ton of revenue, missed out on a ton of sort of financial opportunities. So like that's a thing. Like you wonder once it becomes a financial decision for them.
We know why the board aren't pulling the trigger, Jack. As soon as they pull that trigger, they know where the attention's going. We all know it. They're in the middle of trying to get finance in here, trying to sell off a minority stake. You think they want that attention, and you think it won't put investors off when that noise is around Daniel Levy. Yeah. That's why they're not pulling the trigger. They're keeping him in there to keep the attention off them. That's exactly what they're doing. Also, when you want to try and get players in here in January, you're not going to sack a manager. What player is going to sign for the club? So there's all these factors why Postecoglou is still in the job. Look, don't get me wrong, other managers would have been sacked by now, but I do think the fact that we're in a cup semi-final, to a large degree has kept Postecoglou. Look, Jack, we said it. We said it going into the Liverpool game, into the Man United game, with the Talmark game. We said it all in December. If he wins the cup competitions or the cup games, it will keep him in his job regardless of what's gone on in the league. But things aren't really turning around in the league. And if you lose to Everton and Leicester, he's gone in February. Make no mistake about it. He will be sacked in February. But they ain't going to pull the trigger tonight, and they ain't going to do it in the month of January when you've got 2 Europa League games coming up and you need to win to try and get out of top 8. He's got 2 teams relegation against Everton and Leicester. They're going to give him them games to see if he can stave off that relegation battle. If he does, then he'll keep his job a little bit further. And then he's got the Liverpool semi-final. Until that's done, they are not going to make a decision on the manager. But if you take him on his form since he's arrived, he is in sackable form. He's been in sackable form a long time ago. But make no mistake about it, and I still maintain this. Selling Harry Kane when you're bringing in an attacking manager does not help the situation. Replacing Harry Kane with relegation fodder players certainly doesn't help the situation. Not backing him in the summer to the point we needed experienced players certainly doesn't help the situation. So for all them reasons, that's why they still have Postecoglou in the job. Because once he goes, it's not just going to be me sitting here asking these questions, because right now people say, I'm making excuses for Postecoglou. I'm not. I'm highlighting the problems. People will start asking them questions of the board once Postecoglou's out of the way. He's protecting them.
Daniel, appreciate the support, man. Hopefully you can survive the rest of January, and then maybe there could be some sort of change, or Ange maybe does enough by that point to, keep at least to himself in the job. But it looks like you might have to wait till the end of January, in Dave's opinion on that one. And then we also had Fazzy Radfar. Good to see you, Faz. Not good situation though, man. And he's saying, let's not forget, no major saves needed. 1-1 was fair. I think we got pretty lucky, Faz. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating some of the close calls that were in that game, but I kind of felt like we got pretty lucky. Maybe there wasn't too many huge saves that were needed from Kinski, but they were knocking on the door for pretty
Don't
much
forget,
the 90
Archie made a
minutes.
few blocks. Dragerson made a few blocks. They hit the post. You know what I mean? Like, they were knocking on the door. Havertz put a header just wide. I do agree with you in general that, we didn't really need Kinski to make any massive saves. But he did let one in that he should have saved, and it's sort of like, again, I'm not putting that on a 21-year-old. I always knew it was going to be a different environment for him this evening. It was always going to be a tough environment. But at the end of the day, we still lost the game. We still found a way to lose it. And I think this is the problem, Faz Radfar. Relatively untested today, but we still found a way to shoot ourselves in the foot and hand the 3 points to another team. Right now, we are an easy touch.
Yeah, it's just I think you're technically right, Faz. Like he didn't have too much to deal with actually making huge saves, but I feel like we got kind of lucky. I think we were getting kind of railroaded for a lot of that game, and we were just under so much pressure. It felt like from the Arsenal team. I think we were getting away with it, to be honest. I think we were getting away with the fact that they weren't putting on maybe enough good shots and enough good sort of attempts, maybe. But I could be exaggerating. Maybe some people agree with you there. And then as well, I think we have member for 32 months, Michael. Thank you, sir. Michael from Poland, saying, all I feel after this game is cringe and disappointment. 6 games now, we haven't defeated them. Plus, we can stop. Can we stop scoring own goals against them, please? He's right. That's been annoying. It's been red cards, and now it's been own goals. Have been a constant theme in these North London derbies. But Dave, cringe is kind of a right word. It is starting to just be really exhausting and just tough to get yourself pumped up, get yourself motivated for each of these North London derbies when we just continue to fall short. And maybe the one at home we played okay, for the most part. We didn't play that terribly, but we still ended up losing at home. It's just we're not even playing that well in a lot of these North London derbies. The majority of them, we have been outclassed, outthought, outfought. A lot of the things we were saying earlier.
Look, the last North London derby was under Antonio Conte, where we really had a good one. Maybe the away one last year, but in general, the last 3, Jack, we have just been absolutely sort of outfought, outrun. And to be honest with you, I'm going to say this now. I think Arsenal players have understand the derby a lot more, and they're willing to put the effort in for their fans. Tottenham players, I don't think they understand it, and I don't think they care either, Jack. I don't think there is that pressure on them, to win that North London derby. I don't think it is the be-all and end-all. Even when Arsenal have been shit, they've always still turned up for a North London derby with the right fight and stuff like that. And, you could be surprised what you can get out of it. When we're turning up to North London derbies the way we do, are we surprised at the record where they've won, I think, 7 of the last 9 now? Are we surprised when we turn up in the manner that we do? I'm not. It's nowhere near good enough, and this is what drives us mad, Jack. You just, even in these games, just show a bit of fight for us. It's us fans that take the heat. At the darts, I'm watching the darts all over Christmas. All I keep hearing is Tottenham get battered everywhere we go. It's a darts fucking competition. It's not even football. And it's all because of stuff like this where we just don't turn up for games. We leave ourselves open to be the laughing stock. You could take clips from that game. You could put Benny Hill music on it. Circus music with the way we're trying to play out. We embarrassed ourselves yet again. It's not good enough. I'm getting fed up with it, to be quite frank. Jack, with our record in these North London derbies, I'm fed up with it, to a degree. I don't think Arsenal possessed the quality they used to in North London derbies when I was growing up. There was a clear gulf when I was growing up in quality on the pitch.
You knew they were a better team. Yeah.
We knew they were the better team. Henry, Pires, Bergkamp, you're just hoping that we can get stuck into them, lay into them, and take them off their game. But in years gone by, that level of quality is sort of, evening out to a certain degree. But they want it more, Jack, and that's the last thing any one of us wanted to be sitting here saying tonight.
Oh yeah,
but they wanted it more. It's a fucking North London derby, man.
It's really disappointing to be saying that. And it's true also in games at home, like not even away from home. Like we look, of course, really rattled, really nervous in this game. And probably a huge part of it had to do the fact that we were away from home for it. But also, like we've seen them show up rattled, show up nervous, be kind of just nervy in games that have been at home, for these North London derbies where, again, the Arsenal team look well more up for it, look well more, intense and expecting of, to put in, a real shift than we do. It's really concerning, just how poor we've looked in
Yeah.
almost all of these North London derbies. Maybe the most recent one, maybe we looked a little bit better. And then there was that one the previous year, away from home where we put in a good shift there. But a lot of these games, we've barely gotten off the bus against them and just been railroaded for large periods. And the scoreline was kind to us, Michael. The scoreline was also kind to us,
Very
Michael.
kind to us
And
tonight.
I
Very,
agree with
very
you.
kind.
I agree with you about the own goals. Højbjerg, that was the terrible one from last year. Then also Solanke's. Dave thinks, I'm being harsh by saying I think he could have tried to just be out of the way. I felt like he was just getting in people's way there, but Dave's just saying he's kind of a bit unlucky. I don't know. Like Slanky just was doing so much wrong today that I just felt like even there, I wonder if he just tries to let Dragusin sort of deal with it or something like that. Maybe he doesn't end up being at that sort of position. It was just more his body angle, right? Gabriel hits it off of him and then it just bounces off of his chest, in the
Yeah.
perfect angle for it to go flying in the back of the net. It's just one of those annoying goals that I guess you do concede. Artist T saying people are blaming the refs, but look at the United game on Sunday.
Exactly.
Bad refs, but they still had the fight, kept
Exactly.
their heads up, and they got a win as a result, but not us.
Exactly. Exactly. And that, this is what I keep alluding to. Yes, the referee's gone against us. It has done. But how are you going to stand up? How are you going to fight? How are you going to corral together? Prime example, Archie, you're spot on. United, probably a bit of a harsh ending off. Even got a penalty given against them. They didn't fold. They stood up to it. They fought. There was togetherness there. And look what came out at the end of it. They end up getting the result. We just don't have the ability to do that. Jack's mentioned it a number of times tonight. We look like 11 strangers out there. We look like we haven't worked on anything on the training pitch. We look like there is no combination play on the training pitch, like they've never trained together. And that Ange Postecoglou who's just gone around North London, put 11 people on the bus, put them out there and say, go and play. That's what it looks like tonight. And it was the same when Conte's team was coming to an end, same with Jose's team to a coming end, where you look at it and you go, like, that's not even it doesn't even look like their brand of football. And that's the point we're getting at now. Honestly, where I'm at, if we do not beat Everton at the weekend, I think Andrew's got to go. But he's not going to go till February.
It's tough, Artist T. I agree with you though, man. Like Man United, the fact that they're starting to show more semblance of kind of fight back in games and digging deep and battling through kind of the adversity than we do is again a concern. We do have a much more shallow sort of or soft belly, soft underbelly than most teams. We do seem like we can get quite rattled. We can really lose our heads. Kind of felt a bit similar even to that Galatasaray game. I know in the Galatasaray game we probably maybe created a bit more chances in it, but it just felt like the players just were so head lost, like they were in the trenches, like they could barely even see straight in this game. It felt very similar to times before when we've seen them lose their heads. Well, Dave, it's just another North London derby where you get yourself pumped up for it. And let's be fair here, like a lot of people, like I said in the beginning of the week, even myself, kind of going into this game quietly confident, maybe confident, in general, but just sort of a lot of people felt like, I have a special feeling about this game. Maybe something will go our way. And we didn't even get off the bus. We got outclassed, outplayed, outfought, outthought, outrun, like you say there, Dave, for pretty much 90 minutes. And that's my opinion. People might feel differently. People might feel like we got hard done by. Feel free to let us know. Again, we don't claim to be, the ones that saw the game the right way. We're emotional as well. We're trying to process it as the best way we can. But it's hard for me to feel really that aggrieved or anything by that or that hard done by. It just felt like we just did not play well at all
Jack,
for 90
I
minutes.
think you can still feel aggrieved by that decision, but I think you can still recognize.
Right.
Did we deserve anything from the game? Overall, our overall basic play, did we deserve anything from the game? No, even our goal was potluck, to a certain degree. We didn't really carve them open, didn't really string any, good quality moves together or anything like that. You can recognize both, to be honest, that we were outdone by with the decision, but also we were never good enough anyway. And 9 times out of 10, when you're not good enough, the results tend to pan out that way, regardless whether it's through a referee decision or not. You tend to get what you deserve from the game to a certain degree. Oh, it's just another tough one to take, Jack, because you know what I'm just thinking there, like, they're missing their best winger there tonight. In the North London derby at home, they were missing a lot of players as well. we still find a way to fucking crumble and lose to them. You know, we just gift them. And what hurts me more is all three goals completely avoidable. The one at home
Yeah.
in the North London derby, if Cario and Romero just done their job, it's avoidable. You know, the two tonight, Basum and Saf, they just done their job and had a bit of streetwise about them in the midfield and not be brain dead. You know what I mean? You probably get a result tonight. So at the end of the day, we shoot ourselves a foot in the boat, and I haven't took advantage of them having players missing. You know, we speak about having players missing, but they've also had players missing. And look where they are in the league compared to us. You know, look,
Yeah.
I'm emotional, I'm pissed off, I'm upset. I don't even know what to think anymore, to be quite frank. You know, it sucked the life out of me. Watching this team go forward, it sucked the life out of me. You know, when Ange Ball first started, you know, it was lively, it was energetic. Players were moving, players were fighting, players were, you know, tackling. They were trying to get in on people. And now we're seeing players just not doing the basics. It's boring going forward. They're not even tracking the men, not trying to get challenges in. You know, it's far from what Ange Ball should look like. Look, I think Everton's a huge game on Sunday, Jack. It is a huge, huge game, Everton. If we don't win that, Spurs fans will lose their tits. They will lose their money. And all of a sudden, you're thinking, are we in a relegation battle? Because right now, we're still sort of hovering above it. If Everton get a result out of that under David Moyes, you know, and David Moyes is a good manager, you know, they could climb up the table. We keep going the way we're going in the league, and we're trying to, you know, sustain cup competitions alongside it. We're only going to keep going further down. So, you know, I think that Everton game is a 6 pointer. I think if Ange Postecoglou loses that, he'll see out January and be sacked in February, in my opinion. But if we don't beat Everton at the weekend, I think I'll have to reconsider my stance on the manager. I'll still maintain I don't think a lot of it's his fault, but you can't keep going on like this. You just can't. And as much as I want to try and avoid just another manager bounce, at this point, in order to try and stave off that fight, you're going to have to take it.
Yeah. Eugene S. Big up Eugene. Member for 5 months, fan show member, saying fuming with these coward players, guys, 18-year-olds who are the only ones who are even trying to put in a shift. I think Bergvall tried. I don't think it was his best day, to be perfectly honest, but he wasn't as bad as some of the others in the game. He wasn't as bad as some of the others. He did try, and he did show a bit more initiative in that fight. He's still so young, though, and that's the thing with young players is that they can get sort of, they can get maybe caught up in the occasion, or they might not be able to play to the best of their abilities for whatever reason, because again, they're young and still need a lot of experience to play at a consistently high level. But I do agree with that. Guys like Madison, who came on to be a super sub, didn't do much of anything. Brennan Johnson didn't do much of anything. Sonny, again, just anonymous, despite getting the goal, pretty much was anonymous for the day. Solanke, glorified fitness trainer up top, was pretty much useless. Kulusevski has been a good leader for us, but again, maybe a day where just wasn't really working for him, just couldn't get anything right on the day. A lot of those senior players, a lot of those more experienced pros just not showing up for us. And more sad, too, that you're saying that with the really experienced guys like Sonny, Madison, those sort of ones, too. That's what's becoming
And
frustrating.
And you know what, Jack? When they're the ones letting you down, again, it signals this sort of event. It really does. You know, everything we're talking about here tonight. I think Everton, you know, at the weekend, I think it's Judgment Day, Jack. I really do.
Hmm.
You know, when Archie Gray is stepping in, Spence, hasn't kicked the ball at Tottenham for nearly 2 years. You know, Bergval's coming in, and your younger players are the ones that are looking more lively, more energetic, showing more fight than anyone else. It does signal a huge problem. Look, let's wait and see what the fallout is off the back of this. Look, I'm going to be brutally honest. I ain't putting up any fan cams tonight. It's 11:15. I'm going to have my dinner and I'm going to try and sort of forget about this. So I'll upload all the fan cams for you guys tomorrow. We'll also have a debate show tomorrow as well. With
Yeah.
Johnny, Sean, and Sam as well. Dealing with the fallout from this North London derby. Plenty of content coming your way. Just tonight, I just need to go and sort of I just need to take a
Put your
step
head
back
against a wall.
for the
Yeah.
evening.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone, thanks for all the support you guys do give us, though, on days like this. Of course, we go into it, confident, or at least, trying to assemble some sort of good atmosphere, some sort of positivity beforehand. But once the ball gets kicked, you don't know what's going to happen. And sadly, it just wasn't a day that we can really take a whole lot from it, positivity wise. But we'll try to dust ourselves down, go into the Everton game, see that as a big judgment day for Ange and a lot of these players, like David alluded to. See you tomorrow for debate show. Look forward to the Everton members preview if you want to become a member. Thanks for all the support today, though, from everybody from Darkson G, Jerome, so many of you guys today. Really do appreciate it. But We'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah.
And come on, you Spurs, as always. And
Come on, you
tough day.
Spurs.
And we have to gather ourselves, have to pick ourselves up somehow. But we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Lots of content
Yeah.
coming your way. See you, everybody.